Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. And it's our first loss of the Premier League season. The Invincibles run is over for yet another year. Tears, sadness, and all the other bullshit. We're going to move into everything regarding the Manchester City loss. No, the Chelsea loss at home to Manchester City. I wish it was a Manchester City loss. We're going to delve into the lineup and whether we did pick the right formation in hindsight. We're going to talk about the tactics leading into the game. We're going to talk about the individual performances, the way Chelsea have been playing over the last few games, and everything else regarding the fixture. Big up Danish Maldini for reminding me to put on slow mode. I didn't think the spammers would be that early into the stream, but here we are, innit? We move. Big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. Sorry if I sound hella slow. This has been a long ass weekend for me, guys. So, again, big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Yes, Wayne did say we were going invincible. It is what it is. Let's go on another season. But hey, we might still be invincible in the Champions League. You never know. But again, we will have to wait and see on that. Smash the like and subscribe button while you guys are going in. We are very close to 25k subscribers. And like we already said, the lottery is still going forward. So if you guys still want a chance to win this beautiful Chelsea shirt, we are going until the 12th of October. 12th of October is when we are doing the lottery for this Chelsea home kit. So if you do want to get involved, any donation, any amount will get you guys involved and will put you in the lottery with a chance of winning a free Chelsea home kit. And this isn't going to be the only giveaway we're doing here. As soon as this one's done, we're either going to do the Champions of Europe kit or we're going to do the third kit. I'm not really sure which one yet, but we're going to run with both. If anything, we'll do one and then the other. So there'll be one giveaway for both, but there'll be plenty more giveaways on this channel. So just check it out and stay tuned. And again, like and subscribe and press the bell notification button as well to be the first to know whenever we go live on any streams. Let's just delve into this, but first, Jesters, how's the last 24 hours been for you recovering off that shit show?
Well, I got to watch UFC last night, so I got to see somebody take their anger out on somebody else. So it was cathartic, in a way. So, yeah, it was a bad performance. So, what else can you say other than it was a bad performance? And of course, some people use that as to get their agendas back going, but we just played bad. So it doesn't. One person's not going to come in and play Superman. This is not Marvel. This is not DC. This is EPL. It takes more than one person to play good to win. So.
Yeah, Scott as well. What are you saying, bro? How's everything been for you?
I'm hella tired. I can't lie to you. And yeah, just going through Twitter, seeing what people say. Nice to see that there are actually some level-headed conversations being had among all the, usual. But yeah, and also, like I said before in the thing, I got a bone to pick with the game yesterday with some people. I don't know if who in the panel was in this thing, but yeah, when we get into it, I've got a bone to pick with some people. Which, if you saw my Twitter, you understand what I'm on about.
Oh, let's go.
Hold that thought. We'll go into that in a little second. Matt, how's everything been for you, bro?
Yeah, man. Like everyone else, it's a loss. But again, we move. I said this on my stream. I said this with Terry. We're still the best team in the world. We're gonna move on. We're gonna keep winning games, and I don't think there's much to worry about. Just some basic mistakes, which we'll get into today.
Fatter as well. Are you alright, bro? How's everyone doing? You good?
No. Sorry about that. I'm watching the race currently right now. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, not too bad, man. Last 24 hours. Should I be happy by the defeat? Well, not really that happy, but at least Man United lost as well in that same time. So, yeah, I'm a bit straight faced at the moment, but I'm keen to see what we can analyze from that defeat and where we can move forward. And apart from that, man, like it's going to be a long season so far, in my point of view.
Yeah, it's the only thing longer are these fucking spammers, bruv. We put it on slow mode. Why are you dickheads still here? 1 second. Oscar, what are you saying, man? How's everything been? You good?
I'm all right, man. I've calmed down from the loss. I've understood it. I've accepted it. It was the first time I went to Stamford Bridge and saw Chelsea lose. So that was
so it's your fault. No problem. That's who we can play.
How can it be
Nah,
my
nah.
fault? I was undefeated for so long. This is my first defeat.
Don't worry, Oscar. It wasn't your fault. It was Jem's fault. Every time he's gone Chelsea City.
was
Yeah, it's
Jem.
Jem actually. Yeah,
It's
it's
Jem.
Jem's fault.
Come
That's
on,
what it
man.
is.
Jem's on a losing streak.
Yeah. Stay away.
Yeah, but like after the game, I've calmed down. I thought about it. Obviously, the Liverpool result helps as well. The Man United result helps as well.
It's a long time.
Sorry, man. I didn't even see you in there. Sorry.
What are you saying, Xavi?
Oh, fuck. He's been there for like a few minutes still. My bad. Go on anyway.
No, I was saying I'm not as upset as I was at full time. I've had some time to think about it and calm down, but I'm ready to discuss it. As always, if you're watching, please like the video, subscribe to the video. I've been watching all of your streams, every day this week. The way you guys murdered my boy on what was it, Thursday night? Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. That was the most painful stream I've ever had to watch, guys. But don't worry, we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We will be back one day, hopefully. Let's
Show Hive. We're back.
Andrew, what are you telling me?
Yo, Witness, what you the fun, G?
We deserved to lose yesterday. If it weren't for a goalkeeper, we would have got smashed yesterday. We would have got destroyed. Plain and simple as that. Even with the formation change, we had no shots on target, so we didn't trouble Edison. But without the goalkeeper yesterday and with goal line clearance from Thiago Silva, we would have got absolutely humbled yesterday. We were lucky that was a 1-0 defeat. We got taught a lesson yesterday, but we'll go into that deeper. But yeah, I'm over it because you know what? I can take a loss like that because we deserve to lose. You know, we didn't do anything that we didn't do anything essentially. So we deserve to lose that game. Hopefully he'll learn, or they'll all learn. We move on. The run of fixtures up and coming look on paper look easier, but let's just go to one game at a time and just collect as many points as possible. We're just lucky that Brentford showed up Liverpool last night as well. So, you know.
Yeah, all that says to me, though, is there are plenty of games that we could have capitalized on. But that's the way the Premier League is every single time. Xavi, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, same like the guys, man. We got outplayed. I don't think we matched City's level. I think came a vengeance. I think you guys, as I mentioned, we saw that when the full-time whistle, we had guys like Bernardo Silva celebrating on their knees, Kyle Walker jumping up like it was a cup final. You could see their mentality. Like they from the first whistle to the final whistle, their energy levels were up. Like I thought they were gonna get tired after that press. They did not get tired. Once they went a goal up, which it was lucky, but it was deserved. Once they went a goal up, it's difficult to play a team like City like that because you're trying to press. They're gonna pick you off with their individual brilliance and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think the most important thing I don't want to dwell on this game too much because I hate dwelling. I like to learn and not dwell. So I think the most important thing for us as Chelsea, like the team, is how we respond. I want to see how we respond. All right. We understand that we were not good enough. Let's put it in the past. Let's rise up to that next game. Let's show our mentalities. All right, we're not the finished article yet. I think this could be, yes, it's a pivotal game, but it could be a blessing in disguise because I think we were on a bit of a high horse. We weren't playing well, and the warning signs were kind of there. You know what I mean? So we can't just show up and expect to beat teams, which I think that was happening. We were getting bailed out by Lukaku, who necessarily weren't playing that well. So we got to always bring our, the first thing is work rate. Like, it's just basics. And then our quality will show through. So we move.
Yeah, Vitmus, first off, I want to say welcome back to the streams as well, my G. How's everything been for you?
Yeah, man. Everything good, but, like, honestly speaking, like, City beating yesterday, I was not hurting no way at all. Like, it didn't even faze me. I know some people might say, what am I saying? But it didn't faze me at all. Because if we check the statistics, like 3 games in a row last season, we beat this team. Pep changes formation 3 times. You get me? And as what Xavi said, after the game, man jumping up, celebrating like they won the Champions League final. That's how much it meant to them beating us. So I know, like I've said this that I wanted to lose a game to see how we'd react after losing it, and I think that was the game to lose. I think going forward now for the rest of the games, I think we'll smash like maybe 8 or 9 out of the next 10 teams. Like honestly,
But we
like
do have to see the response, though.
that's what I'm saying. Like I want to see how we respond after losing a game like that. I think worldwide Chelsea made a tweet and about the teams we have played compared to everyone else last 5 teams matches they played, and we have had the roughest fixtures in the last 5 games. Like, you know, I would say Arsenal, but on paper, yeah, Arsenal, Tottenham, City. So you
We
know,
still have
And
to
Villa's
beat
a good. Villa's a good side. Villa's a great side right now.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. So
We're not a great side, but a good side.
I do have
I didn't
no
mean great,
problem.
but like you know.
We
Are
just
they
have to
world
move
class,
forward.
Javi?
Huh?
No, they're not world class. I'm sorry,
No,
Vinny.
we had that conversation. We used that people are overusing the word world class too much.
Yeah, it's true.
No, and to be honest, Manchester City deserve to win. I think
Yeah.
Pep did his homework. Like he actually did his homework this time. And
Big
Do you
mess.
think it was a case of Pep doing his homework, though? Because, like, you said for the 3 games that we beat Man City, Pep had changed his formation every single time to suit us. And then
Yeah.
the one time we've changed our
Yeah.
formation, we dropped the game.
if you think about it, you know, like I think even if we'd played our normal formation, they probably would have won because they
Nah, 'cause, like,
dominated
as soon
the
as we
game. Like
switched to 3-4-3, the game was a lot more evened
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Yeah.
no, like even though, but because we were losing. No, I wouldn't say even though, bro.
No, it weren't even whatsoever.
No, bro.
They still
I was
had
gonna
better
say-
chances.
They had a
They
bit more
had so many
confidence because
chances
they had the goal.
afterwards.
It was
because they had
more
open
open.
goal, and we had
Yeah, it
to
was
push
more
a
open,
bit
it was
further
more
to
open.
get some
We
game
had
back.
no shot.
But-
We had no shot on target and no
Yeah.
dangerous shots.
We
either
looked a
that
lot
can't
better
remember.
progressively.
Yeah.
Though.
We had a couple,
But we
yeah, they
didn't
were
do
in the first
anything.
half.
But we didn't
No,
do
but
anything.
why?
They
It was too
and-
little,
and-
too late to change it up, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I
We
agree
could have
with
lost.
you on that.
I'm not
But it
joking.
just
We could have
means, in my
lost. We
opinion,
could have
if we
lost
change-
6-0 yesterday.
Yeah.
We lost
Yeah,
6-0
Yeah,
yesterday.
we could have. We could have.
We could have lost 6-0 yesterday.
The players did their
It's not-
job,
well,
making
when
us
it was
not lose.
when it was 3-5-2, yeah. But
We
as
could have
soon
lost
as
6-0.
3-4-3,
No,
Lewis,
no,
they had
we
several
conceded.
chances after we changed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we,
true.
I don't think
but
it's
we
6-0.
were
I
we
think
were a lot
3,
better
like
on
3
the
now.
ball.
guys,
All
we
we were
didn't
when
do
it was
anything.
3-5-2.
we were just
Because
open. Like
when we
Grealish
played
had that
3-5-2,
chance, and then he
a
makes
lot
a
more
good
I
save.
can't hear multiple people though.
Okay, sorry.
I
What
gotta do one
chances
at a
when we
time.
went 3-4-3? What chances? We didn't have any chances. You can't say we
If-
were better. We just moved the ball
That's
forward
that's
quicker.
because
That's
of
it.
where the game was at that point when we had changed. But if we had started
Right.
at that formation, we would have had a much better performance because we
problem
looked
is-
a lot
is our
better when we
starts, though.
changed back.
No,
But
no,
we
no,
always start. Have you not noticed the last game? Every game this season, we always start slow.
Yeah, we start slow.
We
Yeah.
don't start fast.
Yes, I have seen
We
that. To be
always
honest,
start
like, we
slow. Even against
But-
Spurs
always
last
start
week.
slowly.
Spurs
But
last
two-
week we were slow. Liverpool
But
we
two-
were slow.
but what's it?
Villa
Two-
we were slow.
Tuchel said, yeah, it's like we were holding on to something, which I didn't get. Like, why were we playing like we was already 1-0 up and we were just trying to see the game up from
We
the
were
minute
playing like
one?
we had 10 men on
Like,
the
it
second
was-
leg
it
or
was-
something. That's what we're playing.
Like, I saw Oscar last night. Obviously, I saw Oscar last night.
Yeah,
Can't go, but what's it? That's separate. But anyway, what's it? What was I saying?
Big up them.
Yeah, Oscar. What I was saying to Oscar last night is like he went to the game, innit? Whoever went to the game, I just felt sorry for whoever went to the game because imagine watching that for an hour and a half. Like, bro, that's mad. You know, we didn't even come out. The game looked so one-sided. Yeah, it was so sad. The only thing about yesterday was the Man United lost in it, so I was kind of happy in it. But then, right, like,
I got a question because I know we're all saying that we should have changed formations, but wouldn't it have been more important to have a fully fit N'Golo Kante?
Not necessarily.
The N'Golo Kante we saw against Tottenham second half, because he was not N'Golo Kante yesterday. It was
yeah. I think
the artist
we were-
formerly known as N'Golo
The
Kante.
thing
But
with me with Kante,
I even think Kovacic was terrible.
yeah, I think that's the thing. Is the thing with Kante is we saw
We're
out,
getting
though.
bummed in that midfield. We're getting pumped, bro.
But that's the
with
thing
with Kante. The thing for me was everything we saw from him that was good was all what we know he can do, which was off the ball stuff. It was his on the ball work that was not good enough.
very
It was
Well, I mean-
little short passes.
Very
It was
poor.
nothing apart from the little short passes. Like we
He
weren't.
didn't
Do
look
you
like he
think our
had
play-
energy to
do you think
close
our play
people
was
down and
fair?
press. So we had no press.
on the floor, though.
We had nobody to press to drive them back because that was Conte's job, and Conte wasn't well enough to do it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So,
but
What
the way
are
City
you
pressed,
doing,
yeah,
Roman?
was scary, bro. They
what do you mean?
pressed
What
so high, bro. Like it was so
God.
scary.
you have to counter press a pressing team.
Stop talking
If you
to the
don't,
chat, Fatter.
if you don't
Everyone's
counter
talking.
press a press, then you're just gonna be grinded down like we were. You have to go back at them, and Conte was the one meant to do that on the pitch, and he wasn't able to do it because he didn't have the energy level. He wasn't 100%.
But the one thing I give
And
City credit for is the way they pressed Jorginho. Once you press Jorginho like that, Jorginho doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's already
they were high press us from the
like
beginning.
the way they tackled Jorginho was like the key
well, they
to them.
dropped Foden on
Like,
top of him.
they are, man. They got mad energy levels though, City though. I was like,
But
fuck, they're still sprinting at
we
like
need-
70 minutes.
As good as this squad is, we need another player like obviously there's no player like Kante, but do you know what I mean? Someone who can carry the ball, who's got the energy like Kante and stuff like that. We didn't.
Kovacic can do that, but it just
Kovacic was.
We saw him in the second half.
Yeah.
Ruben.
We'd love to see.
Ruben.
One of the only bright spots of yesterday's
Once we
performance.
Look at Jamie's happy now.
Lewis.
Like, yeah,
Lewis, I think, yeah. Look, Werner. I think Werner did all right. Werner can't get criticism from yesterday because he's tried, bro.
He was our best attacker. He was our best attacker.
I think he
I
tried,
thought Werner was poor personally.
What was he poor at?
Bro, this guy, right? When we were counterattacking, the whole way we were trying to counter was that it was meant to be through Werner and Lukaku. But this guy, every single time he got the ball, he drifted wide, and even when he had space, he was slowing down, and he wasn't even running at his full capacity.
There was
he got no support. He got absolutely no support.
Yeah, he got no support, and
No
he
one,
had to deal with Ruben Diaz, who was
bro.
going to be ridiculously hard to get past, and I accept that. But there was periods of time where he could have done a lot more, and he wasn't doing it.
Can I talk about Timo Werner for 1 second? Yeah,
Go on.
because there was something that triggered me in the week. Yeah, he played 90 minutes in midweek. Obviously, he scored a goal. Yeah, we had. I think he was shattered at the end of that game, or he might have picked up a knock.
He picked up a knock. Definitely.
We had 5 penalty takers. Timo Werner, who's supposed to be a penalty taker, didn't step up for one of them.
Yeah.
Then we come into this game. He started. I think he did all right. I don't think he put. I think the service to him was.
I don't think it was that bad.
But you could see in the second half, the guy was exhausted, bro. He couldn't sprint. He couldn't do what he normally does that makes him effective. So I'm not going to blame Timo Werner for this game, but I think he needed to come off. But
I'm not going to say it was his fault that we lost or anything. I can't hear that he had a good game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just you need to chat to your boy Pulisic, man. Get him back on the pitch, man, because we need him right now, man.
If it was that easy, it would be done already, brother.
Do you think if Jester was talking to Pulisic, he'd be talking to us? Come on.
That's true.
Jesus.
Chat to your boy, man. We need Captain America. I'm not gonna lie. We need Captain America. We need something direct. We need someone else that's got pace. We need him on the. We actually need him.
Would you have liked to have seen if we were to play the same 3 midfielders and then we had Pulisic back? Do you guys think it would have been a different game if we had Pulisic and Lukaku?
No, it wouldn't.
I don't think
No.
I don't know. In
If we play that too, they
you never
wouldn't
know.
know.
The problem was at the wing backs and the 3 in midfield.
But
It
then
wasn't the up front.
Scott, what Pulisic offers you, he's direct. So when he gets the ball, he's just gonna dribble. So then
But
it allows
Werner
pressure,
did the
innit?
same thing, especially in the second half. Werner did the same thing and got no support, so it would have been the same thing.
But Werner and Pulisic dribbling.
Wait, just before you go, official Y1B, you're all in the lottery now. Big up yourself. Saying, do you guys think we should change the 4 at the back? No. And one loss is not going to make us want to do that either, because we've literally been flawless in this formation for the last 9 months. No reason to change, bro. Frosted Smith also
Do you know what we need?
Learn from one set. Frosted Smith also says, learn from the mistakes, take on to the next game. Yeah, we're not going to be too reactionary off the result, and we're not going to be worrying or anything like that. But there's still a few question marks that are going to be popping out from this. But we have a good run of games now that we can try and change things up for, so you don't have to worry too much. But go on then. What were you saying, man?
Aspie should not be a wing back because the crossing, he should have crossed the ball. I don't know if you lot saw it, but there was a cross he should have done earlier where Lukaku and Werner were in. But he just decision making yesterday from Aspie was poor. I think he should play right centre back. I don't think Aspie should be a wing back because
I'm really glad you brought this up. This is the bone I had to pick with people. Every single person who said I don't want Hakimi or Traore, fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. All I heard was it's going to stunt this player's growth. Fuck all of you. Traore's got no end product while I'm watching Alonso smash crosses into the stand and I'm watching Aspi fucking hit the first man with every cross. Fuck all of it.
To be honest, Scott, it has stunted someone's growth. Hudson-Odoi, because now he couldn't go to Dortmund, but we moved.
we need in January. I think we need
everything else he said was
Plus,
correct.
Hakimi's shit.
But
I'll
even
take the
when
fuck you, I
even
don't
when
want Hakimi.
Aspie
He's
is
shit in defense.
RCB,
He's shit in
even when
defense. Hakimi is, so.
Aspie's playing that
Yeah.
right side of centre back, he gets
Seen
in
it
those
already.
positions and crosses. So
Yeah,
I don't
that
get
was
why
just
he didn't
yesterday.
cross
I
it
think,
there.
But I
I
don't
think
know.
overreacting
Like,
to
I don't
one
get
game.
why he didn't cross
We're
it.
overreacting to one
like,
game with
Wingback
Aspie. He usually does that.
A
Aspie
Wingback,
usually
he was
does that.
terrible.
We literally won a game last week from an Aspie cross. I was furious with him yesterday because I felt like the ball should have gone into Lukaku so many times.
Agreed.
Like, just waiting.
That's just been the whole season. Though decision making's been absolutely horrible this whole season. It's nothing new.
Listen, we say good things, which I can say, oh yeah, that's good. We said something. Somebody said something and say, oh yeah, that's true. But listen, it's only one game, bro. And as Oscar just said, we scored from an Aspie's cross.
You got 2 assists in a row in a game.
Come on, I mean, yes, we got smashed from City, but
No,
just
but
because we
Zenit game.
Yeah, but that was and he was playing.
Yeah, but that was
I knew someone was going to bring this up. He was playing right centre back at the time. He wasn't playing right wing back. Reece James was, and he was terrible in that game.
But you're going about Hakimi. Hakimi's been shit in the PSG.
I'm not just about Hakimi. I'm not just saying.
And Traore.
So you're saying a right wing back?
I'm saying in general, people turn their nose up at getting a new right wing back because they were like, "Oh, it will stunt this player's growth and all this shit."
Yeah, that's a stupid
excuse.
And
then. Yeah, and it's like that's what I'm saying. Where in 3 of the last 4 games, particularly that right hand side, we have been shit at wing back.
True.
We have not looked good.
That's something I need to look into. Don't worry,
Memento we were all screaming Adama Traore for weeks, and everyone said we were idiots. Well, here we are, innit?
I think Scott's right. I think
Hakimi.
Scott's right in terms of the position. Just maybe not.
No, we need another
position,
wing back.
definitely.
We need another wing
back. There's so many. There's Mahele for Atalanta.
But we can just bring back a little Memento for a good season, like Andrew said. We don't need to spend that much money.
We have like a backup right wing back yet, Bo.
Well, Reece James is gone for 6 weeks now. He's gone for 6 weeks.
Saying, are you talking about a backup wing back or a starting wing back?
Starting wing back. Starting.
Oh, so we are now forgetting Reece James.
No, it's a squad. It's called rotation.
Yeah, and plus as well, as I said, in those 3 out of those 4 games that I mentioned, one of those games Reece James played right back and was awful. Going forward, I mean, I'm not talking when I talk about right wing back as well. Defensively, all our right wing backs apart from Alonso are good, and even Alonso this season has been good. But I'm saying when it comes to going forward, our
taking a man on dribbling
are
terrible,
awful,
man.
especially our right wing backs. It's literally just putting in crosses.
That's true.
But our wingers have been awful as well. Even I hear some man saying Pulisic. Pulisic has not been Pulisic for the last 1.5 seasons. So what we're saying? If we're gonna
he only played 1 game and he scored against Palace and then he got injured.
But that game didn't play that well.
Pulisic is not the same.
Yeah, but again, he still scored. You know, we've got to see more of Pulisic. I agree.
He needs to come back,
but
man.
He's been injured.
To come back
yeah, he needs to come back.
In my opinion, I've said this before, and people have been, Vic must start. What is the word? Fable. What the word? Don't say English. The English term. Waffle. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I don't care. I support Chelsea, and Chelsea is a cutthroat team to support. If you're not on the move, we're gonna get rid of you. I don't care, Bridging. I don't care. Pulisic, I like him, but if we are talking about winning titles, we need a winger that does the job. 10, like maybe 8 out of 10 every week. Bro, Pulisic under Lampard's first season, that's the Pulisic I need to see. And if he can produce that again for the rest of this season, then we have to look into getting a winger. Because if we're playing a 3-4-3, we need an actual winger that can be deadly and take defenders on, so Lukaku get more space or whosoever on the right. Because look at it, Kai Havertz is not a winger. He doesn't have the pace. He has the pace, but he doesn't have that trickery like Pulisic in his days, or a Hazard, or a Kingsley Coleman. And if you look on the right side, Hakim Ziyech, he doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have that skill level to do what we'd want from a winger. So
we need a winger, you're saying?
We need a winger, bro. If we have a deadly winger, the wing backs can flourish, overlap, and things
That's why
like
we're looking at Sane, apparently.
But you can't say Coleman though, because he's injured more than anybody else.
No, but no, I didn't say.
What do you guys
I
think
said
about
want
Rafinha?
someone like
Who?
Coleman who can
Rafinha.
dribble and
Rafinha
get
won't leave.
defenders on.
I mean, he
Rafinha's
might.
average. He's average.
Who?
Rafinha's average. He's
Well, we-
average.
Oh,
Rafinha,
shit.
not
Average?
Chelsea level.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's average.
apparently we were
no.
looking. We've been
Exactly.
looking at.
So
He's only been good this last season. He was.
We've been
Last
looking at
season,
him.
he
This
was,
season,
last
he's just
season
been
he
a
was
bit.
bang average.
I'm
Well,
gonna be
last
honest
season he
here.
was up there with their best players.
I
That
don't
doesn't say
see.
For
much.
Leeds.
It's
one
Leeds.
sec.
Leeds
One
are
sec.
average
Big up
as well.
Paul
So,
saying Alonso. Oh my
But it's
gosh,
Leeds,
sometimes
though.
this guy.
exactly. It's
Oh
Leeds.
yeah, shit. Alonso even played. I actually forgot he was
Comes
even
to
on
a better
the pitch
team.
yesterday.
Perform.
Liam Lane saying hi to all the panel. On a positive, the girls are beating Manchester United 3-0 half time up the Chelsea. Good. Glad to hear
And-
that.
And the boys beat Liverpool as well on Friday, so
Oh, that's good, man.
that's good news
What
as well.
the-
Shame on you. Shame on
Three.
you, men senior team. Shame
Yeah,
on
Man
Liam,
you.
United,
Shame on you.
and Man
You'll
United
take
lost
the
as
lottery
well,
for the
so
home
that's
kit.
good.
Big up yourself, my guy.
Can I just say on this Pulisic chat, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think our normal formation suits wingers. Like the
It
width
doesn't,
in
it
our
doesn't.
team is meant to come from those wing backs, which is to Scott's point about how he's saying we need better wing backs. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's clear as day. Like our only natural wingers are like Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic, and they're not getting as much game time. Tuchel doesn't want to use those kind of players, so
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're going for Sane or something like that because I don't think it fits.
No, I
No idea.
agree, I don't agree what you said. You know why? You know why Tuchel doesn't use them because they don't give the work rate that like Kai Havertz would give. This Tuchel is a fair coach. If you are doing what he wants you to do in training, he will play you. If you're not doing what he wants, he's not gonna play you, Bridget.
Yeah.
They're
But I think
short
it's to
of
do with their
something. That's why
style,
they're not playing.
not so much. Like I think it's to do with their attacking style, not so much what they give. Because let's be honest, what does Kai Havertz give us defensively and off the ball?
Oh no,
Like,
defensively
he
off the
does
ball he
right.
He
does.
does more than you
No,
think.
no, I'm saying that what does he give us that a Pulisic can't give us? Like,
Well, I think he's a little bit more physical. He gives a little bit more
Yeah.
pressing.
you think so?
Like, yeah,
Mhm.
Big up, Josh.
Fair enough.
That's the thing. Like his
Even
off the
Kai
ball, like,
actually is a
especially
very
last
good
year, his
presser.
off the ball work was actually really good. To be fair, like there were multiple
Yeah.
games where he was easily
Set
like
pieces
he
too.
covered the
He
most
has, like, some-
ground of any player.
I
Before-
think
before-
that decision is more attacking than defensive.
But- But before we get into this, we have to take. We're assuming that when every player comes on the pitch, they're given the exact same orders on how to play. Certain people, when they come on the pitch to play, maybe the exact same position, might be given a different instruction set on how Tuchel wants them to play. We don't know that, so we're assuming that if Mount gets subbed off, the person being subbed on from Mount is asked to do the same job Mount is asked to do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how Tuchel does things. I think
No.
he asks people to play to their strengths. So that's why Mount presses. That's why Kai can be used as a presser. That's why Christian doesn't. He wants him to fall back. That's why everybody's like, well, he doesn't work off the ball. How come you know? How do you know that Tuchel's saying, I don't want you pressing. I want you to fall back. We don't know that because we don't know the instructions given to the players. All we can do is assume. And we know what
Well, the
assume
thing
means.
is, people, I mean, I've heard this people have been saying this over, like, yeah, the formation we play is not mostly for the wingers to, bro, if you're a winger, it doesn't matter. If you want to hug the line, bro, and that's where you are most deadly, then that still gives a chance for the wing back to overlap, as what Alonso would do. If you take up the position on the left side as a winger, that gives Alonso space to overlap or take up your role and go inside. It's football. Like, remember as I said, I used to play semi-pro football back in Jamaica before I moved to England. Football has changed. It's not everyone is not sticking to their position like maybe 10, 15 years ago. Now it's rotation. The man on the left can go on the right. The centre forward can find himself on the left or the right. And the man from the wing can go in the middle. It's just picking up where the space is at the moment. It's just common sense of intelligent playing. You don't have to be a winger and stay on the wing all the while. If the space is in the center as a center forward, then you can fit that role and the striker will go and cover for you on the next side where you are coming from. So I don't see why we can't play with deadly wingers in this system as well. We need deadly wingers. Our attack line is so flat. We are depending on crosses again, even though it doesn't look like it. But that's what we are depending on. Overlap from the wing backs and putting balls in the box. I've still not seen any deadly plays from wingers cutting inside, flipping through my striker. Nothing like that. So,
but they're not putting even in crosses. That's what I mean.
If we're talking about this game in particular, it's because of the setup. It didn't allow us to be that creative.
Well,
We
no,
were playing a
I think it was the
counter-attacking
personnel rather than the setup.
Yeah, personnel, man. Personnel.
But
Yeah,
look,
both.
look at the
We played a
players.
three-man midfield, and it was just Werner and Lukaku. They were just
Yeah,
heavily
but I think that 3-man midfield still works if it's Ruben, Mount, or a fully fit and up to speed Saul. Like if he's fully aware of what he needs to do, because he's played that way
I don't
before.
know, because I just feel like everyone was so deep. It was just really hard for them to create.
Yeah, they were. But what I'm saying is, with Kovacic, he was sticking so deep. So there's a good thread on Twitter that I got tagged in. I think it's by Carefree Tactics, and it's about why we missed Mount. And I disagree with the point about we missed Mount specifically, but I agree with some of his points in there where we missed elements of his game. And one of them is he starts slightly higher up, and he brings energy.
But then
he brings
with
energy,
with a Mount thing.
A player like Ruben brought as well. So if Ruben started higher up and is better in terms of beating the press than Mount is, as we saw when he came on, when he bodied Foden and then beat a couple of other men on the dribble before passing it off, then if we'd have started with him in midfield and started him slightly higher up, I think it would have been better. It's because we started the three we had so deep.
So you're saying that we should have changed formation?
No, we could have kept the same formation. You just make it so instead of sitting so deep, instead of all three midfielders sitting so deep, you tell one of them sit slightly higher.
Yo, I'm sorry, but may I have to just add to this point quickly before, because Scott,
just hold that. I'll come back to you very quickly. You'll be next. Charlotte just saying big up to the panel from me and Wayne. He's currently on GNA doing a women's Chelsea Man U watch along. Chelsea beating Man United 3-0. Let's go. Everyone as well, check out GNA TV if you guys want to see the women's watch along as well. Let's hope for more goals in the ladies game too. It's going to be the only good thing to get us through the weekend. Dan Extreme Rules, to be fair. Big up, Charlotte. Big Paul as well saying, well, actually, yeah, you're in the lobby as well for the home get. Big up yourself. Paul saying, what was your take on Kovacic yesterday? Bernardo Silva had Alonso kneeling most of every minute after the first whistle. Would have rather him been kneeling at the start, but we move. Thoughts on Kovacic? Struggled, but I also do think it was just a victim of the Manchester City press. Like they were very good.
They were hard pressing from the get.
Their pressing was mad.
Yeah, and he was just.
I don't even think he was up for it though. Like,
you know what?
Yeah, he didn't. I think Rudiger summed it up.
Very sloppy as well.
Rudiger summed it up. We didn't show personality. There was no personality, man.
But that was from the way that we set up.
There was too many people hiding. Too many hiders. People were hiding yesterday.
Vidma's got a point to make.
Yeah. Vidma's back to you, bro. What were you saying, man?
To what Scott said, like I totally 100% agree with Scott about the formation we played. I think it doesn't matter what formation we'd have used yesterday. I think City would still have a better game, but we would have had a chance if we'd play with an attacking midfielder in that three to give us a chance to maybe try to create something in the midfield, because we had three defensive players, Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, who are just gonna sit back. If we needed a Mount or a Ziyech, even Kai, to play in that as a three, or Loftus-Cheek.
But Vitmas,
I wouldn't have played
Tuchel said Kai and Ziyech lacked confidence, so there was no trust to start them from the beginning. So it was tough, innit?
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said they lack confidence.
Vitmas, to go to your point, the fair point they make about Mount though, the past times you do play City, he gives their DMs a hard time. Like Rodri or Fernandinho, he does give them a hard time, and I think that their DM yesterday had a great game. Like I think he was one of them. Like Rodri was kind of bossing it in a way and dictating.
We didn't have anything to do.
Never pressure him, brother. We didn't.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He was dictating the game. Like we didn't pressure him. That's what I'm saying. That's one thing Mount does. He gives him a hard time.
That goes back to what Scott was saying about us sitting too deep. We needed an attacking midfielder in that three. We didn't need three holding midfielders. Yes, he would help us defend and try to keep the pressure off the defense, but when we win the ball, there was no magic. There was nothing at all. It's if you count all the attackers on the field yesterday, in that 11, it was only Lukaku and Werner. Everyone else were defensive players.
Yeah.
And then as well,
no-
with the fact that all three were sitting deep, is you had no creative outlet, which is where I'm getting on the wing
none
backs.
whatsoever.
Playing the
That's
three in
what I'm
midfield
saying.
we did is fine, but then you need to see more from the wing backs, and that's my point on the wing backs. You got nothing from them because in other games we're not relying on them to be the creative outlet. We're relying on the two behind the striker to be the creative outlet. Yesterday we relied on the wing backs to be the creative outlet, and they were shit.
But
Yeah, point. I understand.
Scott, should we have risked like putting a winger in a wing back position yesterday to give us creativity?
We would have been smashed.
No, because defensively we would have been bad. But this is my point: is we then needed someone who could get up and back, and we had it with James, but then he went injured, and then Azpilicueta can do it to an extent, but then you saw in the second half his legs were gone, and Grealish was beating him a lot more easier.
Yeah.
Last 10 minutes, he could have brought another Doy just to risk it. Why not? He could have done it.
So-
10 minutes.
well-
10 minutes left. He could have tried it. Why not?
So here comes the
I
next
think Loftus
question.
was a better option there.
I think
So
proved to do that
here's the
better
next
though.
question. If James is out 4 to 6 weeks,
Oh, well, fucked. We're going to have to rely on
It's
the Doy
Dave.
wing back.
It's Dave.
2 weeks is international. Remember, 2 weeks.
2 weeks is international. Could it
Oh,
be?
that's
It could be 4 weeks. You don't know if it's a high ankle sprain.
Ooh.
Those things take time because it's not.
I think a few people have said 4 to 6 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
He's out.
4 to 6
Maximum
weeks.
Maximum 6 weeks. Maximum.
So
6.
here's the question.
Yep.
What's your rotation at wingback now?
Dave.
We get emergency loan for 28 days.
Well, Cho will have to play there as a backup after
I
us.
think it
can't
will be
play there.
Aspie is the number one.
Aspie will be
and-
wing back. And then
Yeah.
Chalobah, innit?
It's
Chalobah
nothing
probably-
against
Chalobah
Chun,
can't
but
play
he's
right
just
wing
not
back.
comfortable there. You can't just keep forcing him in there if he's not
Nah, do
comfortable.
you know what it is, Scott? Do you know what it is? I think Cho has had 3 games this season at wing back. All of them have been like poor to average. Like
Yeah.
he hasn't had a good performance. But I think it's form. Like I don't think that it's symptomatic of him not being able to play there. He played there a couple of times last season, and he was very good with his progressive carries into the final third. He had like some of the highest stats in the league, not just in our team, like in the entire league for carrying the ball from deep into the final third. I think Tuchel doesn't trust him in the big games in those positions. Which why would he? So I don't see him. Defensively, he can't do it. Like he can't track back and attack in the same way. He doesn't have the legs for it. So
It's full. I don't think it's
so
full,
I
innit?
think against in games like Juventus this week, Aspie will play in that position and he'll play him there. But games where we have the attacking impetus to take the game to a team like Southampton, I think he should play Cho there. Like I think you should start him there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what other options do we have for?
We don't have
But
any other
just
options.
we could go to a
Just Cho and
4
Aspie.
Like we
Just
joked
go-
about playing Mount there, like
wing back.
No, I'm not joking.
Mason Mount wing back.
But
No.
I'm
As a
being
right
serious. I reckon
midfielder.
he could actually play
Oh,
quite
yeah,
well
yeah,
there,
right
just because all the stuff he does quite well would suit playing right wing back.
As a right midfielder. See, we get so caught up in it's a wing back. No, it's a full back. It's a midfielder. But in a 3-4-3, it could be wing backs. It could be midfielders. So
Yeah, you're right,
if you
but-
played him more as a right midfielder, like Callum kind of plays, he plays more of a right midfielder than he does a wing back. Let's get it correct.
It's not a
Because
bad
his
shot, you
defense,
know.
his defense really isn't.
Are you saying in the 3-4-3 formation? You're saying
But see, in a 3-4-3, it could be 2 midfielders on the outside. You could conceivably call them midfielders instead of wing backs.
Yeah.
But if you had, let's say, a Chilwell on the other side, you could tell Mount you can stay forward
Yeah.
and tell Chilwell once we lose possession, you have to be the first one back.
Yeah.
And then you shade like an Aspie at right center back over to that right side. So we almost look like a right.
I don't get why we're trying to play Aspie right wing back. It's better than having all these complicated tactics where we can just have.
Oh, you know, I think
Yeah,
as we should. I'm saying there's like other options. I'm saying there's like people who could fill in.
Oh, I thought we can just pop Cho in there. Like again, I think I was saying
Because Mount is better than Callum.
Yeah, but obviously probably not the right wing back position.
Yeah,
Maybe
like-
Callum's at least had a bit more experience. We haven't tested Mount. Maybe we should test Mount there. I was absolutely not. He's better
Well,
than
look,
his position as an eight.
I don't understand that because every time I hear people criticize Hudson-Odoi at wing back, they get onto the fact that he's not taking players on. Mount is definitely not going to do that. So, what difference is it going to make putting Mount there?
Well,
Yeah,
I think
for
with
the
Mount,
City
I
It
game,
think
feels
with
like
have to
we're
Mount,
use
shooting
Callum,
brain
bro,
I
on
think
and
with
the
Mount,
ability.
you get better
you'll
crosses.
Yeah,
you'll
his
get better
delivery.
Will you?
crosses
Will
from
you?
him,
I don't know if you will get
I
better
don't,
crosses.
I don't know
We've
about
never.
that.
That's
Yeah,
and
what
you'll
I'm
get
not
better
saying.
defense. The
No,
one thing
set
you will
pieces.
definitely
Set
get is better
pieces. He's good.
defense.
Set pieces. He's good. I don't know if he's good at the crosses in the game. That's not proven whatsoever. So that
Even
Yo,
when it
that
comes
thing
to
will
set
get more
pieces, like
crosses.
corners,
Yeah,
I feel like
corners and
it's a bit of a
corners and
reach at
free
this point.
kicks, fine, but not
his
full time
corners ain't
crosses.
that great.
No, but
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying the corners ain't all that.
No,
I
that's what I
hope.
mean. So why are we thinking that? Because I'm
Yeah.
not seeing. I'm not seeing a
Look, I'm
compilation of him
saying you had to
banging in
have
crosses. I'm
somebody
not
on
seeing it.
emergency because you only now have
Hello,
Aspie,
gentlemen.
who cannot play there every
I
game.
think Pulisic can go wing back. He
No,
could.
he can't.
No,
No.
no,
He
You
tried it
know,
once
no,
against.
no, he's not a wing
That
back.
he wasn't good in
Callum's not a
preseason.
wing back
bro,
either.
we're gonna have
Yeah.
to
Let's have
switch
it
between
correct.
Callum
Fact.
and
Callum cannot.
Aspie.
It
That's
is not.
it.
It does not the
Exactly.
defensive
It's just gonna be
listen,
Callum and
the
Aspie.
one
It
thing
can't be
I
one
want
of
to
the
brain
two.
say, you see,
play there.
Like
pertaining
we
to
think
this,
about this too deep. Like it's
you
just
see,
Callum and
No,
pertaining,
no, I
Aspie.
agree. Yeah.
you see, pertaining
Yeah.
to this wing back situation, I think Callum Hudson-Odoi could play wing back and be a good wing back if he was on the left side. That's the thing. He cannot play on the right side, even as a right winger. He's not good. He's one of them players like me. When I used to play football, you only have one good foot, and that's the right, and it's only cutting inside.
He's
Do
professional.
not Robin.
Yeah, he's dead on one foot. Although I will not look good as a right winger or a white wing back. He
Now,
has to play on
why
the
don't we
left
change the
side where he
system if
can
it's an
cut
emergency?
inside.
Why don't we change the
Then
system?
that's
for
on
emergency?
him, right?
because
For not,
instead of
for
trying
not
to fit
trying to
a player
develop.
in, you're trying to change the whole thing.
No,
True.
I'm just saying that's
We
where
got
he
the
can
personnel
play.
to do four though. We got the
I
personnel.
don't
No,
want him
no,
to
I'm not.
play
I'm not
left
saying
wing
I'm not
back.
saying that we don't, but I'm
Okay.
saying in such a short space of time to
Yeah,
change the entire system
yeah,
rather
I
than
think
just
that'll have
putting
bad side
another player in.
effects.
yeah.
I think
You're
trying
right.
to change the system during the time right now is gonna have too much bad because we're gonna have to get readjusted to the system. I mean, I would want it because I really don't like playing this three at the back all the time, but I feel like changing it now.
No,
And
but
you know
Hey,
what?
no,
big up Mendy though. Big up Mendy though. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
when
Mendy
brother,
saves
Anyone
every
that says
time.
Mendy's
brother,
crap, yeah,
Yeah,
they need to evaluate. His kicking is a bit
listen up.
sus, isn't it? But
It's,
apart
but it's,
from
it's
that,
improving
he's
now.
a
I
good guy.
can say it's improving a bit than last season when it was
Like
sloppy.
Mendy's
No,
actually a great keeper. Like he's actually a good keeper. Very good man. He saved us
Reggie,
Wait, wait.
yesterday.
Tuchel
Can I
is
can
a
I can I say
tactical
something?
Two great saves
Yeah,
yesterday.
Yeah,
Kaya,
go
come
through,
on.
go through my general. Go on, me could hear you when I say Kai boss.
Yeah, bro. You know what? I want to address the Mount debaters. The most shameless people on Twitter, bro. The most shameless people on Twitter. They're like, if we had Mount, then we would have won. We literally won every game we played without Mount. And all of a sudden, because we played City in a new formation, we lost because we didn't have Mount. You guys are shameless. Yeah, Mount is a good player, but don't tell me he's like Balak level, man. Or one of those world-class midfielders who just comes in and changes the game. You guys are fucking shameless, man. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. But
But
anyway, about the City game. About the City game, yeah. I think we shouldn't have changed it to the 3-5-2, because yeah, it's a good formation, yeah, but City were prepared for it. City came in. City is not the kind of team that we need to, defend from and hit on the hit on the counter attack because they're gonna just keep pressing us. You just want the ball. We should have played the same way we played against them. Every time we played in the 3-4-3, was with the three attackers, we were able to go through with a few chances. But yesterday, we looked like we never played that formation in our life. Like you would see. Lukaku would be isolated. Werner is gonna be isolated when they play, and they isolated us nicely, man. You gotta give Pep, you gotta pick him up because he was good. He came to Chelsea. He knew what we were gonna play, and he was able to keep the ball and maintain the ball
but then
against us.
Kai,
Yeah,
if we don't play with personality, how
yeah.
can you give someone else credit for our downfall? Do you get? Because I feel like
Yeah,
we just got scared. People were
yeah,
hiding.
but
Kovacic was hiding.
the thing
Like,
with us, yeah, the thing with our team, yeah, we have so many good players, but this I just why every
Jesse,
manager who comes to Chelsea becomes defensive, bro? Literally, Tuchel have never played defensive football in his life,
no,
man.
but
He
it's a
came to
balance,
Chelsea,
Kai.
all of a sudden he turned into the taller
It's the
Mourinho, bro.
players he has.
Kai, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's the
think
personnel in it. It's just personnel. Because if Tuchel was to
Yeah,
get the
but
team he
don't you
wanted,
think?
like if you
But
get
don't you
if
I
you
think
was
get
we would
going to
have
say
played
as well.
better
playmakers,
if we had width? If we had width, attacking City with width. That's how we beat them every time. We stretch them. And yesterday we're just going through the middle. If we go through
but
the middle, I'm sorry. I like Timo, yeah, but
yeah,
he's not gonna do well against two defenders.
but Kai, I
And he had
remember
a lot of
one.
chance where he was against two defenders.
Kai, I remember one time Conte said, like, look, if we open up with that personnel, that we got, we're gonna get killed like 6-0. And Andrew made a good point.
Bro,
It
but
could have
people tell me how good Christensen is, how good Rudiger is, how good
But
Thiago
it's a
Silva
system.
is.
The
We
system
can't play
players,
two.
bro.
It's not necessarily that.
Rudiger's a system
I
player.
don't know if we're system players, man.
Rudiger's a system player,
I don't
bro.
know.
Thiago Silva's
I
No,
think
he's not. Rudiger's not no
I get
system player.
no. I get. Let me finish my point. Yeah, Lewis, just last point. Yeah.
Jester, you're on mute, G.
You know,
I
my
made this
biggest-
point the other day about Rudiger
Yeah.
because we're having a debate on should you give him the money. I said
Yes.
no, you should never. First of all, you should
for
never
200 fucking-
give a center back striker money. I know we have in the past, and that set a precedent. John Terry wasn't worth striker money either.
He was on 300k a week. wasn't he?
Sorry, yeah, I know he wasn't worth it because you're a center back.
I don't know.
Bro,
Terry was something else. Terry was something else at that time.
Rudiger
Every
every
penny. Every
No.
I
penny
agree.
is worth that.
No,
I
no,
agree
he
with you
wasn't.
on, I agree
He
with you on
was.
Rudiger,
He
but
was.
Terry,
He was.
I don't
Look,
know.
if you set the precedent that you're going to
Come
pay
on, man.
one center
Respect the
back,
Cockney Christensen. Come on, man.
if
No,
if,
but-
if you're going to play, if you're going to
Well,
pay
Lewis,
one
I
center
think
back
even you know,
300k,
Just to finish.
then there's a precedent set.
Yeah, just to finish.
And then you have to make
It-
excuses why you can't
You know
pay
why
another
this-
center back
I
300.
You know why this doesn't run?
I don't know. Jester, you know what? I don't agree with that. I think like if a player is worth the money in his in his respective position, that he's
Yeah.
worth that money. If he's and Terry that time, I think a lot of people are disrespecting players from back then, man. I had some idiot who talks about minerals tell me that Mount is a better player than fucking Ballack, man. You know,
Who?
like that's the
No.
people are
Yeah, but
disrespecting
you're
that
dealing
Don't
with-
get me
generation.
started on his comparisons
Again,
between
People
Mount and Lampard when Lampard
disrespecting
was
that
I'm not
generation.
sure-
And for me, Terry is one of the best center backs I've seen in my life, man. Even with the ball, he wasn't that
Okay.
as bad as people make him to be now.
He could ping it with his left across the pitch.
And I'm not
Remember
saying it's about you, Jester. I'm just saying it about like people kind of
in general, innit? In
down
general.
tooling the players who used to play back then. Because I've
But
seen
Rudiger
Chelsea
shouldn't
before
get
and there was
200
something
bags,
else.
bro. He's a
Yeah,
system
he should.
player, innit?
Do you know why?
Yo,
Do you know why
you know
this
what's
argument of he
fine?
shouldn't get
Yo,
this doesn't
hold
fly
on.
for me? It's because he's
Hold
going to
on.
get that money anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen
He's
up.
getting
I
that,
get-
he's getting 400k if he goes Bayern or Real Madrid. So
Yeah.
So you're going to pay him more than Lukaku to stay?
Yeah. no, he won't want more than Lukaku. He wants 250 to between 250 and 300. Pay him.
Okay. Yo, still.
250
he-
nah, for Rudiger. I love Rudiger, but
No,
Rudiger
no,
is
no,
not
no, no.
250.
Sorry.
Much, man.
1,000 a week type of player.
Listen up.
that.
Last
I'll
year
say
was
200.
180.
I would
Changing
go.
every
The max I'll go to 200.
Okay, then, as I said, who are we replacing him with then?
Kunde.
Doesn't play on the
But
left.
you need someone else. You need someone else other than Kunde.
Kick.
Kunde
Kunde
doesn't play on the left.
Yeah, exactly. But
can.
you still need someone else to back up though.
But
So
You guys-
Thiago
What's up,
Silva's
Oscar?
gonna go. Thiago Silva and
You guys feel
someone, if he stays in the
comfortable
team, he's
if
gonna get
we were
injured.
to move to a back four with Rudiger as one of the centre backs?
No.
No.
Then
No.
don't give this
Yeah.
guy 200
But I would be with Christensen
Yeah, I would be.
and Thiago Silva. I think the
I
complement
don't.
each
I
other
don't
more.
understand why not. He's played well enough before. I don't.
No,
understand.
I think you guys are forgetting. I think you guys are looking at when
played well under
Rudiger had a
Sarri.
bad spell.
He played well
But
under
Yeah,
he's
I was
not
going to say,
actually
we're
good in the
talking about
back four.
a team under Lampard where it was like, that was to do with the system. That wasn't to do with the players. That was to do with the system he played in.
Rudy has never
but
been
then-
an elite centre back until Tuchel came to this club. He's never
Right,
been
yeah.
elite.
That's a lie.
He was
At
alright
Roma-
under
at Roma,
Sarri, though. He
a
was alright
great-
under
he was
Sarri.
a great
Hi,
player.
I
Yeah,
said elite. I said elite. We're talking about 200 grand here. Elite.
bad man.
Yeah,
No,
Oscar's got a
200.
point.
No.
Oscar's got a
Rudiger
point.
is not 200.
Okay, so he's
Yeah,
become,
like
he's
Rudy.
become elite. So you give him the
No,
money then.
he's
Yeah,
doing
but Andrew-
well
Andrew-
in a great defensive
Yeah.
system.
But
He's
Andrew,
not an elite
Yo,
centre back like that to be
Hey,
putting
Andrew,
that
if,
much money.
if Tuchel trusted Rudiger to play in a back four, he would have done it. But he knows he's better.
How
in
do you
a
know
back
it's not
three.
Rudiger and how do you know it's not someone else?
It's
I
come on,
know,
man.
yeah.
It must be Rudiger. Then who else, bro?
Why must it? Why must it?
Also,
be
how do you know?
Well-
Hang on. How do you know
How
it's
do
the
you know?
defense he's how do you know it's the defense that he's concerned about? How do you not know it's
Yeah.
the midfield?
Exactly.
Okay, it could be
Yeah, but
Christina,
it's
bro.
the
It could
best
be
out of-
Christina. He's not
It
comfortable
could
How
be
do
the
you know
fact that
it's
we've
not the
got no
wing
natural
backs?
DM
How
to
do you
play
know
in
it's not the
front
wing
of the back
backs?
two.
I think
Exactly.
No, but that's true. But I asked you
Hold on,
guys, are you
Hold on,
comfortable
let me say
with him
something
as
now.
a centre back?
One
I'm
I'm
second.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
comfortable.
I am.
I'm
Wait,
comfortable.
guys, Vip,
In a back, in a
Sorry.
Yo, let me say something, dog. Cause it come like the man them una nah catch a pre, you know, una so una nah vision what go on, you know, brother. Listen, this is modern day football. The man them cannot compare 15 years ago or
Yep.
20 years ago football with what's going on now. It's all about money at this moment. It's not about the passion anymore, Bridging. John Terry could have gotten even 300k a week or so.
It's
And
always
if
been about
he
money,
was-
bro.
No, listen, man. Rudiger worth the money at this moment.
Hey,
You know, I don't care what.
Ashley
nobody
Cole
wants
almost
to.
went.
Just
Ashley
want to
Cole
point out as
almost
well.
hit a 3-man because of the money they were about to pay him, man. Come on, don't tell me
Chilwell,
it's always been about
Chilwell's on
money, man.
Whoa.
Chilwell's on 200k a week, and you don't want to pay Rudiger that.
No, that exactly. Chilwell.
We shouldn't have paid Chilwell
Yeah,
that.
that's retarded.
Cool.
No,
but
Well,
it's
we
not.
messed up. We
It's not
messed up.
fucked our thing, has it? It's not messed up
It's
our
not
wage budget,
about-
has it? It's not messed our
it's
wage
not
club,
messed
has it?
up.
Bro, you're telling me about Chilwell. Chilwell didn't even start yesterday, and he's on that
Yeah,
ridiculous
exactly.
money.
And he's being paid
Why-
200k a week, and it's
So
fine.
why does it? You could
Why should that
understand
Two
where
wrongs
Rudiger's
don't make a
coming
right,
from.
though. But
You
two
gotta
wrongs
understand,
don't
it's
make a
not the
right, though.
rule,
Just because we
bro.
made a mistake with
Yo.
Chilwell, we shouldn't make it also with Rudiger.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh,
I
of
think
course.
Rudiger deserves it though.
Listen,
He doesn't
Exactly.
deserve it.
brother.
Yo,
Nobody
yeah,
really was a young upcoming centre back.
I don't know, no, Javier, come on. I get it. Like if he wanted 180 to 192, but he wants 250 to
Brother.
300, man.
Rudiger.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not saying the 250.
He wants
I'm not saying. I say 200k is
He doesn't
fair.
want 250. He wants 200.
But
I
he
say
doesn't want
200.
200.
no. We don't
No,
know
no,
what
he
he
wanted
wants.
more than
Let's have it.
200.
Look,
Yeah,
let's have
but
it.
the
Oh.
reports have come out.
No.
It's
Don't
just
say
more than
That's the
that.
journalist saying what he
The
wants.
journalist
We
saying
don't
200.
know
No one
actually
has
know
came
what
out
he
saying
wants.
250. No one's ever come out saying 250. The
I don't
journalists
care
are
what the
saying 250.
journalists say.
I know,
They're
I don't
wrong
get what
most
you're
of the
saying,
time
but don't-
anyway.
If no one said 250, don't come out and say 250. We've heard 200.
Oh, don't say 200
say
because
200.
Rudiger hasn't said 200 either.
But we've heard,
That's
we've
the
heard
journalist
reports.
saying.
You know what is the
Yeah, but we're going
We
off
don't
200.
know.
We've
We
heard
don't know a
reports from
specific
200.
number of the player in it. We only know the numbers of the
But look,
player.
Yeah,
Exactly,
we
but
just
we've
know
heard
what the-
reports of 200, so let's go off 200. Besides going
There's
off
been
to
reports of
250,
No,
which is
I'm
not
not
heard.
because
Yo.
I don't know that to be true.
listen up.
Okay, then we'll go off
Listen
both
up.
numbers then.
You
If
know
it's
what's the
200k,
worst
we
thing
might as well,
about
but
it,
not
though?
250.
Two things I'm gonna say at this moment. 70% or maybe more or maybe a little less of the Chelsea's fan base was crushing Rudiger, like stepping on this man, saying this man is not good. This man should leave. He's not good. Get him out. And right now, Rio Ferdinand, one of the best centre backs I've ever played in the Premier League, has come out and said since Thomas Tuchel came to Chelsea, Rudiger is the best centre back in the Premier League. You hear that? So if Ferdinand, a Man U player and a fan, can say that about Rudiger, then why don't we think he deserves the money? And
Yeah, and
look
plus-
from your eyes, you're
Yeah.
telling me that Rudiger is not playing like a top centre back to deserve
Plus-
200 or 250k a week?
Plus, Daniel said it right.
Yeah, but
Even if
And
we bring
Rudiger knows
Koundé
about
in-
the.
Hang on.
Ferdinand knows
Daniel
about
in the chat said
defending.
it right.
So.
Daniel in the chat said it right. Even if we bring Koundé in, we need Rudiger for his experience. I don't understand this. I really don't understand this. I think he's playing elite, so he should get elite money.
It's
And
not
I have
even
no
that.
problem
It's
with him. I have no
It's not
problem
even
giving
that.
it whatsoever.
I just remember the point Monster made on his stream about this. You're going to end up having to pay more for who you bring in to replace him.
You're going to have to bring two stop. You're going to
Yeah,
bring
well,
two of them.
you'll have to pay the transfer fee and
Yeah.
then the whole wage packet,
Yeah.
agent fees,
Two-
everything.
two
Whereas now
players.
you're just paying his wage.
Yeah,
You're
two
just
players.
sorting out a new contract.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay
No,
for
but can-
two
can we-
players as
can-
well. Two
Can we
players.
can we look at the criteria of that contract? Yeah, look at Rudiger's age. Yeah, look at his age.
Yeah.
What?
Look
Pri-
at like
prime for a centre back. 28 is
yeah,
prime
but
for a centre back. I think.
is he 28 or is he 29?
I think it's
28.
27 or 28.
28. And how long does he want the contract to be? Yeah, because we need to look at
4
it
years
also
or
in a
something.
different.
4 years.
Because Rudiger, one of Rudiger's best asset is his pace. He's very quick for a centre back. I hope one day FIFA will realize it as well. Give him a boost, but that's a different topic. Yeah, but like his pace is really good, right? Like his
Yeah.
pace is really good. What's gonna happen when he's 31, 32? So the club probably look at that as well. Do I think Rudiger is 250,000 a week? No, 200 maybe if he keeps his form. But we cannot like give this guy another 4 or 5 years. At 28 years old, or based on 6 months, we cannot. I'm sorry, we can't. And I like
Who says
Rudiger. I
his
do like Rudiger, but I don't think
experience
about it
wouldn't
like
kick in though. Like
Bro.
him playing
but
for so long, you develop the experience.
but we can't-
look at Thiago Silva.
Hi. Sorry, go on, David. Sorry.
Yeah,
go
but
on.
again,
No, you
again,
good,
we're
you
looking
good,
at
you
it
good,
from
you
but Javier, bro, you're my guy. But we're looking at it from hindsight. You know what I mean? Like, what if?
But
It's,
we're
what if
saying
is a nice
he's-
thing, man.
28, 4-year contract, 200k a week is
Brother.
fair, bro.
Yo, Kai, you know some love you, but may I tell you, brother, if we have Thiago Silva, 37-year-old, stand up running the defense right now, and Rudiger playing at 31, 32 and still getting 250k, that's still a big
Yeah,
name.
but Thiago doesn't rely on his pace. He relies more on his anticipation, his reading of the game. So it's kind of different players. You know what I mean?
So why can't Rudiger evolve into that then? Why would he just run?
I think this is all a moot point because I think he's going to Real Madrid anyway.
He's going to Real Madrid, fine, but
Why would
Yeah,
anybody
maybe
want to
replace
Real
him.
Madrid right now?
I think we have to pay him because of the situation we're in. We've let it go down.
I
6
don't
months.
think we are.
We let it go down to 6 months.
Then
It's
we're
our
putting
fault.
ourselves in a stupid position.
Exactly, and we don't usually
Yeah,
do
we're
that.
fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked.
I
Yeah.
Bro,
don't say that either.
He's
You
been
can't
the
say
most
that
important
because
centre
everybody
back.
can read the future now. Everybody has ESP. You can see the future because you know if you let Rudiger go, we can't bring somebody else in. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that
Well,
was
no, we
always
have
the
to be
plan.
two.
And you got to
We
remember,
have to
if
be
he won the
two,
Champions
not
League
one,
with these guys,
two.
Yeah, two. Yeah.
Not one,
Hey,
two.
but
We have
the
to be
lit
two.
the
if
lit
he
would be a
does.
No,
shout
but
though.
you know what I'm scared of, yeah? If we do sell Rudiger, I'm tired we'll pack in more kids, man. And I really
Oh
don't
yeah,
want our
exactly.
defense
That's what.
to have the same
the
issue
dressing room
to
is
have
a
the
That's
same
why
big
we
issue we
have
thing.
have
to.
with
That's
our
why we have
attack,
to
yeah?
get this.
Because right
this
now
contract tied
in our
up.
attack we have no fucking experience, man.
Exactly.
No
That's why we have
experience.
to keep him.
And these
That's what
kids
I'm
aren't
saying.
enough. So
That's why we have to keep
no,
him.
even if we don't keep him, I want us to go for a 26-year-old or a 27-year-old.
Who?
But no, you know in
Who?
Chelsea,
Who?
This
no
is
in
my
Chelsea,
point. Who?
we're gonna go for a 21-year-old or a
No,
22-year-old.
Kai, give me a name. Who?
The lit.
The Lit's not
He'll
You
be
want
26,
you want to
26,
sorry you
21,
want a
26.
Mino
Roger Cahill.
Raiola you want a Mino Raiola player after the shit he was
and
trying
he's
to pull with
21. He's
Haaland.
21, 22. He's not
Who
26,
needs the
like I was
licks?
saying.
The lit's a good player
Also,
though.
just going to point out, you know, Delict's
Yeah,
on
but he wants
200k
200k.
a week
He
at
won't come.
Juventus,
He won't
right?
But that
Yeah,
was
I think that the lick story is
I think it's
just
BS.
somebody
It's
getting
BS,
clicks.
man.
Absolute bullshit.
It's getting
100%.
clicks because if we're not going to pay somebody here that's already here that kind of money,
Oh,
we're not going to pay
screener.
£130 million pound transfer
Yeah,
fee
exactly.
and
Yeah.
then put 300k. So that story is just waffle.
What about
Okay.
Screener?
Yeah,
Is that expensive?
Skriniar's a good shout, to be honest.
That
We
is
know
Oh,
in
he's a
England, man.
FIFA player, man. He's a
Nah,
FIFA
nah, nah.
player.
No, I
That's
said a
Screener's a
shout.
player,
I'm
man.
not
Nah,
saying
nah,
let's
nah,
fucking
nah.
go in for him. He's a
Okay,
baller and
well, here's
everything.
Screener's a baller,
here's
bro.
my shout back, Lewis. He's a FIFA player.
Nah, he's
That's
not.
all
He's
he
not.
is.
Hey,
Screener's a
hey,
baller, bro.
I
boys,
don't think
Screener's a
boys,
baller.
I have a
enough
wild,
to know,
I have a
man.
wild card. I
Well,
have
not
a
ultimately.
wild card.
Go on,
Go on,
Kai.
say.
Flashback to Don Lampard, man. Lewis dunk, bro. Lewis dunk.
Nah,
Can't
chill, man.
bro.
Chill, man.
Josh,
All right, let's get
Screener.
Tarkowski in that.
Tarkowski,
Let's get
yeah.
Ben Me.
Carlos.
Wait. This is a good point though. Like losing him in a
Screener.
dressing room would be a big thing. Like he's a leader in
yeah,
his group.
that's
He's a
true.
character, though.
I agree
That's
with
what I'm
that.
saying. It's our fault.
And then you
we let it
gotta.
go down.
I feel like these guys are going like that bond after the Champions League. He was one of the main ones. Like you feel me? So losing that, I feel like losing that experience would be huge to us. And I think we're gonna regret it. I don't know.
Yeah, his
That's just my take.
personality is very good, isn't it? You need characters like that, but it's like.
And then when we go to war, when it's a
So,
big game, we need him, like his Rudiger's a madman. Like you feel me? So
It's
I
true.
feel like
I
when we
think
go
that's
into
why they're
war and
extending
those big
Thiago.
Rudiger,
why they're
we can't
extending
play
Thiago.
Thiago as much as we can play Rudiger.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
say
for the,
besides
but he gives you other things. Just like Javi was saying, he's a locker room leader. He's a guy that has done it all, seen it all, can show you what you need to be, where you need to be, how you need to be doing it. Can show you on the field, and he can actually tell you. And his words carry more weight than Rudiger's. So I think the plan is to extend him for another year, even if he doesn't give you all the games for that,
why don't we
center
want-
back leadership.
You know, we
Because
can
they
have
know
more than
Rudiger's
one
gonna
locker
go.
room
We
leader,
want
right?
multiple.
Jester,
we want multiple
Jester,
voices
he's
like that, not just one.
Yeah,
we want multiple.
but he's like 73-year-old in football years, bro.
Yeah.
That's the issue with
I don't disagree
we're
with
pushing
that.
our luck.
But
73.
all
I
I'm
think-
doing is trying to decipher what I read. Okay? And
Yeah.
what I read is it looks like Rudiger's going to go.
Yeah, he's gonna go, man. He's gonna go, man.
So
Yeah,
He should have
boys,
signed.
we
He
can
signed
have a
him.
debate all we want to, but if the man's going to go, there's no money
Yeah.
we're going to be able to put
We
on
need
the
to. We need to
table
find a replacement.
because
here's the shout.
our fan
here's the
base
shout.
and the journalists associated with this club had a madness
Yeah.
about 8-9 months ago. Okay?
Yeah.
So you want to talk about, oh, we need Rudiger. That was just 6 months. We saw it like 6 months. Everybody wanted Rudiger after the 6-month run. Before that, it was like, oh, he's the guy that got Lampard out of here, and did all the nasty things that people do when they don't have to reveal their face.
But Jester, once the estrogen, lowered a little bit and the emotions run out a little bit, everything stabilized. They start thinking with their heads and not with their vaginas, and everything was fine from there. They start thinking that the club has actually made the right call, and we were champions of Europe, so
But he's not going to forget
Logic
what
beats
was said. He's not going to forget
No, he
how
hasn't
he was
forgotten.
treated.
He hasn't.
I think
Yeah, but
Rudiger loves the club.
But that's not the club though. That's the fans though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but him is as well. I agree with Jester.
We did treat him like doo-doo though. We did treat
Bro,
him like
the
crap.
fan base. Hear me tell you a while ago. Like 70% of the fan base crushed this man when we lost against West Ham and said he needs to go. And then people followed some stupid posts on Twitter that we didn't even know if it's real or not, and we crushed the
But
man.
Ritmus,
Well, not
it-
me. Well, some of the other fans, I don't know them personally, but they crushed him again. I know he's playing the best football of his life.
Yeah,
Do
but
you think
Ritmus,
he's gonna
it's
stay
just
again?
heat of the moment, man. People talk shit heat of the moment. Look, Alonso's been balling out. He's had one bad game, and now people are talking shit. But we know
Brother,
Alonso in it.
Some people
He's had
say
a
there was
couple
truth to it.
bad games.
Brother,
Alonso is what Alonso is.
Yeah,
He can
we
give
already
you
know
good
what
games.
Alonso is,
He's
innit?
good when he's good. He's bad.
Yeah,
He's really
yeah, I'm
bad.
saying. So it's nothing.
And that's
to-
what it is.
But do any of you enjoy watching Alonso play, man? Every time I watch Alonso play, I feel like he's going to break, man. Like something's
He was
wrong.
good last week.
I don't like watching that.
I don't understand why he starts. I can't even lie.
Last week against Spurs, he
You
was
don't
good.
understand why him start Oscar. The man, yo. Who just said that? Jessica just said, bro. When Alonso is good, he's good.
Yeah, word.
When he's bad,
But he
he's
hasn't been
bad.
good
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
The la- I mean,
Okay.
No, he's been good.
But
but
let's
it's-
be real. Alonso's been
50
good at the start of this season.
oh,
Yeah, but
definitely.
He's been
Lewis,
alright,
though,
he's
the
been
thing
alright.
is, we spent 50 million to be free from Alonso. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we brought Ben Chilwell in. Everything.
I know, but like for the sake of the team, for the
It's a
sake
curse,
of the
bro.
team and cohesion, like if someone's playing brilliantly, how do you bench them?
Oscar, we weren't
But he's-
playing a back three.
I hear
when
what
we
you're
bought
saying. You know, you're
Chilwell.
always prone to something with
Yeah, but
Alonso.
Chilwell
but-
played well in the back three, like as a
No,
wing
but
back last
Alonso
season.
gives you a more
Yeah.
attacking
No,
threat.
well,
What does
Chilwell
Alonso
Chilwell
in the
did the
last
exact same
offensively?
thing.
end of
last
last
season.
season,
That-
Chilwell was playing very well at left wing back.
Alonso's good when it comes to shooting and taking free kicks. When it comes
Attacking.
to crossing the
That's what
ball,
he's- yeah.
Chilwell is way better than him. When it
Yeah.
comes to link up play, getting the ball to the final third, Chilwell's
Bro.
better than him.
When
I
you say
agree.
Chilwell,
Alonso
bro,
can't even take
I
somebody
agree with
on.
what you're saying. On
Hey,
a
break-
very
we got
good
breaking
level,
news.
Alonso.
Stands to from crosses,
Breaking
brother.
news.
Oh, now watch. Oh,
Breaking
Mr.
news.
Chilwell
What's the breaking
football
news?
Wait, what?
stands
What's
to,
breaking
brother.
news?
What's breaking
Paulo,
news?
Dybala will miss the UCL game versus Chelsea.
and
Yeah, it
Morata
said
as
that
well.
Dybala and Morata potentially, but I
So
saw
Allegri,
is that
Allegri
real or
has
what?
actually confirmed it. The coaches confirmed it.
Morata,
And that's not
he's
no
so
mind
dead.
games or nothing like that.
No,
Hey,
he
Morata.
came off with an injury during the game.
Morata is so
Ah,
funny, man.
Interesting. Nice. Well, they're going to play ultra defensive against us then if they weren't going to do that anyway. Big up Josh with a donation saying, Andrew, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is awaiting your apology. What do you say about Ruben, bro?
No, I said, and I think Jester was on the stream with me and Javi. I said, because I was hearing like, he should play in the next game.
Look at
He's
Javi's
arrived.
face, bro. Look at
He's
Javi's
arrived.
face, man.
He's arrived. Stuff like that. And I was going,
Oh
hold it down. Hold it down. We're playing an Aston Villa B team. Yeah. Yeah. And I said he wouldn't play until the next Southampton game. Okay. He played in this game. That's great. And I want him to do well. But let's not say because he played well against Aston Villa B team that suddenly he's like shooting to the top
I mean,
or
you
anything
say
like
But
that.
it's just the fan base now,
There's a
isn't it?
genuine case to say, bar the defenders, he was our best player yesterday.
Right.
Yeah,
Andrew
but we
was
do this
saying
every time.
Nah,
talking
man,
about he's not going
Our
to play
fan
again
base is so
until
reactionary.
EFL Cup.
Well, no, because I tell you
No, but,
why. Because I didn't listen. If I could
Yeah,
predict
they are
the future,
reactionary, bro.
sorry guys, I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd be on an island somewhere with my billions of dollars or something like that, right? but seriously, I think. Listen, he's done his job. Listen, he's been great. What someone said earlier, Tuchel rewards those who do things that he wants them to do. Yeah, and you can tell whatever he's doing in training, whatever he's taking on feedback. When he's coming he started against Villa, he played well. And when he came on, he showed great glimpses as well. So he's obviously doing something to be always on the bench. And he was at Saul was on the bench, and he wasn't even thought of. It was Ruben Loftus-Cheek that came on. So please carry on. Before he got his injury, I thought this guy is going to take it to the next level with us. He was banging in goals and everything, and it hasn't happened. If he continues this trajectory, this might be a new signing. Like we might be begging for. That can play in these games, that can progress the ball. I want him to do well.
Not playing the system.
You're not getting an apology.
Not playing three at the back though.
Well, whatever. I just think he's just a different player. He progresses and runs with the ball. That's what I like.
This is just for Oscar.
It's not just the progression. It's like he can. We saw against Villa, he can sit deep and play the Jorginho role.
Yeah.
So he's good. He's good enough on the ball and has got the presence with how big he is that he can play that way. And then we saw yesterday it was completely different, where he was the one taking the ball and running with it. He can do both sides of the game in that midfield.
Scott, I would have trusted him playing the Jorginho role. I'd prefer him going forward.
Oh no, not the Jorginho role. No. Just beside Jorginho or another one beside him.
Well, we gotta have somebody to take
He's got the technical. Why not? He's got the
this.
technical ability. He's got that. He's got. You can see with how quick he's picked it up. he's picked up Tuchel's way of playing in his system.
But he hasn't played a full 90 yet to fully decide how often he plays. I don't think he's in the
game
I don't
against
think he's.
Villa.
Didn't he come off? I didn't.
He stayed on. I swear
Yeah,
he did.
he played.
Did he
He
play
played the
for
90
Played the full
against
90 against Villa. He understands the system already. Like the fact that he does shows that he's got good footballing IQ. The fact like you've got other players like this is not a shot at him, Oscar, but like Callum hasn't quite picked it up yet. But we see Callum
It is a
hasn't
shot.
quite picked it up yet.
We know it's a shot. Thank you.
It's not a
Thank you,
shot,
Scott.
but it was the first player that came to mind. But we've seen other players like Saul as well hasn't picked up the system quite yet.
Oh,
Right.
no, Saul needs time, man. That one.
Yeah,
there
but
is-
exactly. But Ruben has straight away. And the thing is I think so. He's got the footballing IQ. He's got the technical ability. He can beat a press, and because of his size, he's physically strong. So he's not going to get bullied off the ball. So I think he can play that role quite well. And defensively, he'll be better than Jorginho.
Big up
Yeah.
declared saying no issue if he wants to leave. He started looking this good only under Tuchel, and if he does do this, with Rudiger, he can make any average defender look good. To be honest, under Conte, he looked very solid, especially towards.
That
the
was in a
end.
back three, though, was it not?
Yeah, same thing as well.
Yeah.
Sarri's
Yeah,
system.
but he looked good in the back four under Sarri.
No,
He
Sarri's
looked good
system.
under
He was,
back four under
he was
Sarri.
probably our best defender in
Did we
18.
not?
I was going to
Do
say
we
we
not
had the
remember
best.
getting
Someone
torn
said we had
apart
the
in
third
some
best
games?
defense in the league, didn't we?
The only time
Last
he's
two
been bad.
games, Bournemouth
The only
and Man
time he's
City
been
away.
bad was under Frank Lampard.
And that was
Other than
that was
he's
the
been very
weak days
solid.
ago.
That was good.
Stop the cap. Nah,
What?
man. When you said Rudiger was good under Conte, I don't know what season you were watching because I was watching something different. I don't
Back
think he
end of
was.
17-18, he was excellent. He even
he
got
was
man of the
great.
match in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, I was about to say he was great in the FA Cup final, but that was a shock to me because I don't think he was that good throughout the season. And under Sarri, I still wasn't convinced.
Now, I
I've never
thought
been
if you're
convinced
looking at bad
really-
defenders that season,
I think Rudiger was always solid. Like
He's
on the
a-
side.
I've never
He
been
was
always
convinced.
he was always
18-19, like we had a horrendous backline. It was Azpilicueta's worst season in a Chelsea shirt. Alonso was getting exposed every week, and David Luiz was dropping clangers every single week. Rudiger was the only solid one in that back four. It was only Lampard's. He was the worst centre back.
That's
because
because of the injury though, and you had that injury.
Yeah,
No, that
he's
was
got
that
injured.
was because the system was just so open. Like we did not
And-
like that was.
No,
just
no,
the
but I'd say
system was
Rudiger
open.
specifically because we all said he had a big injury in December in 1920. And we're all saying, wait till Rudiger comes back, we'll be better. Wait till Rudiger comes back. And then he came back and he was worse than all of them.
He was
And you
shocking.
could see at the tail end, you could see like I feel like there was falling out from Lampard from then. Like
Yeah, but I think if you
Go
don't like,
Hey, go away.
Roma away was bad. But that was also David Luiz. I remember the
Sheffield
second
United,
goal in the
Sheffield
Roma
United
3.
away.
Talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
1920, awful. He was terrible
Yeah.
that season. I won't say
But the
nothing.
thing is, like we're saying all this about
17-18.
Rudiger. Like we can genuinely make the same argument for Christensen. The only thing Christensen has
Yes.
for him was playing in for Gladbach.
Yes.
That's the only like
Good in
backup Christensen has. He's
17-18, barely played in 18-19, but performed well towards the back end of that
Yeah,
season.
but he was
Terrible in 1920,
Yeah.
same as Rudiger. And then 2021,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's
kind of
the
very
same
similar,
argument.
to be honest.
Yeah, but
It's the
Hey,
same
Lewis,
argument, but
can I
people
answer
will
this question?
big up
From
Christensen
Go
so much
AM?
and then downplay Rudiger.
Because he asked me who
Yeah,
will
I hear
perform
you.
better this season, Cho or Cheeks.
Ruben.
No,
It's Ruben.
you know.
That's what the
that's
question says, man. I
That's
just
what
read
it
it.
said.
Man.
Oh,
So I need some more information, Go AM. Are we talking about slicing orange wedges or playing on the pitch? Because playing on the pitch, there's only one answer.
oh
This
my
guy.
Who's the
days,
answer?
that's
What?
tough.
Off the cheek?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ruben. It's Ruben.
Cho and Cheeks. Cho and Cheeks.
Wait, you think Ruben will get more game time than Cho?
Yes.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
It's not even just the game
actually,
time. Like
I
I
think
think he'll be
maybe,
better. I think based on that question, Ruben will play better. I think he will perform.
I think,
better.
guys. I think everyone has to realise Tuchel doesn't fancy Cho in an attacking third. It's going to be right wing back or nothing.
Well, I don't know.
Neither do I, to be fair.
I can't agree with that wholeheartedly. Just because Tuchel always says in interviews, Callum's best position is left forward. He always says it.
He never plays
Why
him
would you?
there.
Why would you play him? Why would you play him at right wing back if you
I
don't?
know.
Yet he
that's
only
what I mean.
played him. Yeah, but
He
but
never
Oscar, he only
plays
plays
him
him on the
there.
left side of the bench, bro. So it's kind of
No,
an
but
issue.
what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying is that's like why would you say someone is better in one position? But you
I
think
know that's the
plays in
confusing
the
thing. It's
position
like, why
and
hasn't
not
someone
as
asked
good
him that? Why hasn't someone
Like,
asked him that?
it's silly.
Tuchel's funny, man.
Yeah.
Tuchel's funny.
Again,
man.
it's about not slating your players, it's about coming out and giving them excuses or taking some of the blame on yourself. So if you do have to use that player, they don't feel like crap. He doesn't use Mourinho's tactics.
I don't think that's true. Just because like
I
Tuchel
do.
put Cho on and took him off against Southampton. He embarrassed him. Like if he wants to send a message to the player, he'll do it. I don't think he's coming out and lying about Cho when he says good things.
Yeah, he did to Tammy twice, didn't he? Took him off at half time twice. So it's like I don't think he's got a problem doing that. I mean, you know,
It's one thing to do it to win a game. It's another thing to badmouth somebody.
I'm not saying.
Have you really seen Tuchel ever come out and just bury a certain player?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oscar's just
He doesn't do it.
Oscar just said that Tuchel said Cho's best performance is like positions left forward, right or up left. Keeps playing right wing back. It's just a simple question that someone needs to ask him. You keep saying Cho is like his best performance is here. Why do you keep playing him on the right or right wing back? Because it doesn't make any sense. Why don't you think he's good enough on the left yet?
I don't know. Andrew, he's just gonna say he's versatile. He'll just use.
I know, but that's the PR answer, isn't it? It's like that. That's what I mean. But
with that comment though, I know I joke about RLC coming back. It's just like banter. RLC still has to prove himself a little bit.
Oh yeah,
more,
definitely.
I feel like.
Like said though, he's doing something right that Tuchel likes. He's doing something right. So why?
And then
you have to ask
the thing about Tuchel though,
or something like that. What aren't you doing consistently that to make Tuchel not pick you? You need
I feel like
what is that?
But then Andrew, it's a bit hard, man. If you play every like 20 minutes, every other like 3 games, your mindset, how's your mindset gonna be good? Like, you get?
Oh, I agree, but the thing is though, at Chelsea, you should expect not to always play, right? So the mindset should be, I'm going to grab. I don't care where I play initially. I'm going to grab every single chance I get, and I'm going to make the manager go, do you know what? Either I can't leave him out, or I'm going to I'm going to get you into this team somehow, or something like that. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has come back. Remember, I didn't think he did well at Fulham on loan. Okay, I thought it was. I didn't think he did put up any trees. He's come back. I was expecting him to go out on loan again. He's obviously kept him. He even brought Saul in as another midfielder. But he's doing something right at this moment that Tuchel likes, or he's taken on every feedback he gets from Tuchel because he knows how big this squad is, and he's not going to get a lot of chances. But he's putting his name in Tuchel's mind. It's not only just to keep picking him on the bench, but now bringing him on in the game against City instead of someone like Saul. So. It's just the application, really. We'll never know because they'll never tell us. But we have to come up with these theories about why someone isn't playing or getting picked a lot. Do you know what I mean? So,
Lewis, did you see that the DM I just sent you?
It goes
the one on Ryan.
It goes back. It goes back to what I said earlier.
No, the one I just sent. I just sent another
if you're
one.
performing,
I haven't seen that one.
In training.
Look at that one. That one's funny.
Wants you to do. You're gonna play, and it goes. That's what I've said earlier. And look, Saul. All of us here knows the potential that Saul has. I would love to see Saul playing in this game.
Yeah, but hey, Vitmus.
Look at his performing.
Vitmus.
Welcome back.
Vitmus, you
said play better, so Ruben deserves a play.
Vitmus, you've played ball, bro. You know football's politics sometimes, man. Sometimes certain managers will just pick the same players in it, so it is sometimes hard in it. You know what I'm saying?
He's not picking the same players. He's picking up a bulk of like 7 players all the time.
But he has a point though. Like in training, it defines if you're going to play on the weekend as well. So I think Loftus has shown in training that he's a better pick than Saul. But I don't think he's made that list higher than Saul. I think Saul has a higher listing than him at this moment. But maybe
Saul needs to be given time.
That's what I'm saying. He's still on a high. He's still what is he? He's probably 4th.
Can I say about that Saul stuff? Yeah, I reckon Saul can do it.
He can.
It's just like maybe in the next couple of games or so. I think.
Maybe even the Champions League game might suit Saul, man.
People want to work something out with Saul, so
the Champions League game might suit him.
It's just timing in that,
Does anybody else think that our midfield is smashed? That they're just tired, all worn out? They've all played a very long summer, and they all play 90 minutes for their countries. Jorginho's in there every game. Kovacic is in there every game. Conte hasn't been fit most of the year. Do you think they're just absolutely smashed?
No, that's why we need to start seeing more rotation.
Conte, the big 3: Conte, Kovacic,
and that's why we can't play them 3 every week. That's why we can
Kante, yes. Kovacic and Jorginho, no.
I think Jorginho was very tired as well. You could see him every time.
I don't get how he can. He does so little in his role. This is my point I made.
He doesn't run fast enough to get tired.
He was very slow.
He barely moves. just because of
Jorginho-
the nature of how he plays. So
Yeah,
if
so
he's tired, I don't get how.
Tutu said
No.
Jorginho had a knock.
To be honest.
Yeah,
to
he
be
did.
honest,
That's why he came off and Ruben
Like,
came on.
may I say something to you? Like, listen,
He'd have a
like,
rest midweek.
no matter how it sounds, but listen, see, Jorginho, most of us don't like him. Maybe we don't hate him, but we don't like him. In
I
the
like
team.
him. I like him.
I love
I like him.
Jorginho.
No, listen, not when I say most of us, I'm not talking like the panel. I'm talking
Okay,
in general, like Chelsea
Yeah.
fans, supporters. Brother, this man has just picked up the UEFA Men's Player of the Year.
Yep.
We cannot, this man, I mean, we don't have to use him in every game, but we use him when necessary. And he's not one of those type of players that if you don't start him, he's going to be angry and start going around and causing problems. I think we need to play him when he's needed. But I don't have a problem if he starts in every game as well, because
I don't think he's. I think him. The midfield should be rotated quite a lot during the next league games. We don't need to play Jorginho in every single league game that's coming up.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just not needed. I mean, I think he'll play Juventus, but I don't know if he needs to play Southampton. Do you know what I mean? For the international, I don't think he needs to play that.
Well, we do only have 2 days before we play Southampton, so we play. It's a down day. We train. We play again.
That's what I mean.
So, that's the thing. Do you play what's your back three for Juventus? Do you play Thiago against Juventus? Then maybe rest him against Southampton. Do you play Aspie at wing back versus Juventus and center back
It's more
against? You have
do we
to.
play our strongest team against Juventus, or do we play our strongest team against Southampton? Those things we
Well,
gotta figure out.
I think he'll mix it up for both games.
I think Southampton is more worrying than
I can see
Juventus at
Cho
this
playing
point.
right wing back. against
Yeah,
Southampton.
we'd already lost our game.
I can
so
see
I
that.
think
I can see
Southampton's
Cho
more
playing
important
right wing
now.
back, Chilwell playing left wing back
think
against
he-
Southampton. Stuff
I
moving
think
like that. So,
with Jorginho, we need someone like that's why in big games, I think our best pivot is Conte and Jorginho. Even though Conte is not a DM, we need someone who complements him. So Jorginho runs the game, even though he's good at interception, we need like that solid DM to like break up play. That you know what I mean? Someone who complements him. So because Jorginho in these games like this, when we're playing people who press, that's a bit of a weakness. So if we have someone who complements him, I feel like it could work. Like I used to think he wasn't suited for the Prem, but then I realized I don't think it's necessarily him that's the issue. I think when we play him with like somebody who is not like as defensively inclined that could cover for him, that's the problem. Yeah.
I'll be real. Like, I know I probably won't get a lot of people agree with me, but if he continues the same trajectory that he's on, there is a genuine case to be made that Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho is our best two.
No, bro, Conte.
I'm not ready to say that.
Yo,
I think the Conte that was
I'm
a
not ready to
one.
say that.
I will say, I did
Wait,
preface
you
that
honestly high, bro.
if
You
he
honestly high.
continues the same thing, because again, as I said, all the things I mentioned about him playing in Jorginho's position, and the thing we like about Kante is the constant energy and running, which Loftus-Cheek can give as well. It's just the injury thing. It's whether he can stay fit, and it's if he continues at the same trajectory.
I'm not sure he's good. He'd have to work on it for me. He has to work on his
and this is a shot, May I fire some shots, And I fire some shots at Lewis too. Me and Lewis always have this conversation about the Conte scenario. Remember last season, brother?
Yeah.
Once Conte is fit, I don't care who has to go on the bench for him to play. He has to be in until he cannot run anymore. Conte have to be in every starting 11 that Chelsea put out there.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree.
That's
I
why
agree.
I said a fit Conte was more important than a fit Mount yesterday.
Exactly.
And we didn't have a fit Conte.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you on that point. My debates with Kante was always about his final ball last season, but since the Real Madrid second leg, he's improved on that. Man City at home, you weren't really the best at that yesterday, but
Which was unfair.
Yo, bro, N'Golo all the way. I would never bench N'Golo if he's fit. And some of you, I think Lewis was even talking about selling him. I was like, Lewis, how can you sell N'Golo Kante?
I don't remember saying sell Kante.
Of course. It's either you and someone else.
Lewis, you were saying if the right price comes for him,
we can sell him and get some money.
Actually, no, I do think I do.
Vitmus, my point on on selling Conte was playing him as a solo DM. If you're going to play him as a solo DM, there's no use having him on your team because you're not playing him in his best position. You might as well sell him and get money if you're going to play him as a holding DM by himself because that's not what he does.
I think
You wouldn't have a free roll to go out and destroy
The
people.
one thing about it, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this every time I've been on the stream. Good managers get the best out of good players. I shall say it again. Conte is not the best. I don't think he would be a good DM. I agree with you guys on that 100%.
Yeah.
But someone says it, I think it's Xavi said, if you're gonna play Conte, you have to play him, Jorginho, you have to play him with a defensive player, which Conte and Jorginho play as well. So as much as I love Jorginho, I think he deserves to play. But if we're playing a back three at the back where there's only 2 midfielders, I think Jorginho has to come off the bench. We need a defensive player with a ball carrier, which is what I would put Loftus-Cheek, as what Scott said, at the moment, or even Kovacic. You know I love Kovacic, but it's I don't know, Virgin. I think we need to. I'm not saying the three at the back doesn't work, but I think we have too many good defenders to choose from at the moment. We have too many good midfielders. The only problem we have is with wingers. We have a good striker. I think we need to go to a formation that allows us to use our players. Because three at the back is holding us back, even though we won the Champions League with it. But I've said this all the while. Lewis can remember. I don't like it. But if it's
Can I
working,
piggyback off that point? And we got to remember, Tuchel, I feel like, all right, he got a preseason. He didn't really get a full preseason where all the players are. He's coming off a 6 month where he just had to get the job right and earn his contract. This is what he wanted to do. So playing this and getting the best out of formation this is him working with the squad. But I think it's gonna take a year, for him to totally I see this is not the best Chelsea you'll see under Tuchel if things go according to plan. I think once he's gonna fine tune the squad, where all right, he's seeing what he has now, he's seeing the best of the squad now. All right, we could still win stuff this year while collecting trophies. Now the next summer he's gonna be like, okay, I need this position to play this formation, and then he's gonna fine tune the squad some more, and then he could go to a squad where he can maintain dominance. That's if we stick,
Are we not skirting around a big issue? And it's a great issue to have, but I think Tuchel is struggling and the players are struggling how to play with Lukaku. Because
not really. I feel like it's more of our attack.
It is, Matt. They should have.
I think it's our attack. I don't think it's our players. I think it's just our attack is very struggling a lot.
No. Because we were still playing. We were still ultra defensive last season. We just had Mount, Werner, and Havertz on, and that was more fluid because they interchanged sometimes with each other. Where Lukaku doesn't really do a lot of that, and I just think
standing striker. Yeah.
We are, and it's a great problem to have because obviously I'm not saying we shouldn't have bought Lukaku or anything because we needed the goals. I just think Tuchel is struggling to find who to play with him and what formation suits him as well.
Well, I tell you who's the best to play with him.
I know, and also
that guy right there.
And also the players I think the players are struggling as well. Yesterday was a prime example. Aspilicueta should have crossed in so many times. Lukaku was there on the run. Just put it in the box and see what happens. They didn't do that. Last season, they were crossing in more. Without having a striker in there who can head. Then they do this season. It's got a striker who can head. It doesn't make any sense. That's like Arsenal. That's like Arsenal. They played Giroud.
Lampard, it was easy to push us to the wings.
Yeah,
because they wouldn't want us to play centrally. Now that we have someone as more of a focal point, we don't really get pressed there as much as often. Big up Declared saying the only way Cho ends up on the left is when the news headline is Callum Hudson-Odoi has left Chelsea.
Oh man,
that is money right there.
That is terrible.
Big up Sasuke as well. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Saying Chelsea women hit 6 against Manchester United. Hope we bounce back. I don't know if you must be a United fan then if you said that, but big up yourself anyway. Appreciate the donation and big up the Chelsea ladies for saving our face this weekend.
So Alvaro Morata is out as well on Wednesday.
Moise Kean
they got. So they're gonna have Moise Kean and
Moist Kean is that?
Oh, don't say that word.
Moist Kean.
Oh,
You've ever
yo.
better chance now.
It's like
yo.
David Moist. So
Oh.
Moist came in and
Why
David
for that
Moist.
though? Why for that?
Yo, what?
Hey, what about Chiesa? If Chiesa's linked with us,
Oh,
would they not be
Big
happy?
kid, no, my God.
Well,
Why?
he's fit. He'll
No.
play.
He'll play,
don't
but I
rate
think it's like it's for
Chiesa?
Linter.
Man,
Chiesa, no. Chiesa a FIFA card. Chiesa's not a player. He's only good
Yeah,
in FIFA. Chiesa will not fit into our team.
You put him in the right system, he'll ball out.
If he plays in the right system, play maybe a basic 4-3-3, he'll work about it. He only played well in the Euros. I watched him last season, Juventus. He was not anything special. He was only
but he's
well
still young,
in the
bro.
Euros.
He's still young.
I don't.
He's young,
I don't
he's
know
like-
about that.
I
I
I was
don't
going
know
to say
about
there
that.
were points when he was their best player. He was bailing them out.
Chiesa's cold. Like
He
if you
scored
see, if you
15
see
goals
in the even the
against
Champions League against Porto, he was the one that was keeping them in the game.
If he has someone like Ronaldo up front, obviously he would be assistant doing well. But if he comes to us with Lukaku, who's I don't think is as much as a creativity player as Ronaldo, I don't think it would work, and I don't see him working at all in this structure.
Matt, Chiesa scored 15 goals last season. We would beg for that number from one of
9
us.
goals, 9 goals, 9
Our
assists.
wingers don't score.
That was good, and that's good stat. But that's better stats from better people, and this isn't a bad
I don't
league
know,
as well.
man. I think that's a bit of a howler.
We saw Werner score 24 goals. We bought him, and look how he is now. Imagine buying Chiesa, who I don't think is comfortable in a team, and switching to a team and getting comfortable in a team so quickly.
We're talking about two different leagues. Though. We're talking about a league where it's open as hell, and we're talking about a league where it's a lot less open.
Yo,
and he's good. He's like a Tammy Abraham when he gets the ball. Tammy now has so much space. He has so much time. That's what Chiesa needs.
No,
when he
look
comes
at
here,
the
he's
Euros,
in
bro. Euros,
He still can't score, but that's okay.
The Euros, he was balling out, bro.
Has the
He
ball
was actually
over.
balling out.
Chiesa,
Bro.
100. That's what I'm saying. 100% he was balling out for the Euros. Now he's slowed down a bit, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. He only balled out in that Euros.
No,
maybe if he balls out this season again. I didn't. I watched him 6-7 games last season. I saw nothing special.
Bro. I think every time I watch Juventus, I'm like, yo, who is this player that's tearing up that
His name
wing?
always came up. His name was popping. Bro, he's just guy, man.
What I'm saying is,
he does. Man.
If he performs well this season, a bit better than he was last season, we can consider. But I'm saying at this moment, I'm saying it now. I don't think he'll be in our squad.
Matt, your Chiesa agenda stinks.
Nah, bro,
I've seen him.
I gotta ask Vitmus this question because I haven't seen him in a while. What do you think of Chouamini out of
Jesus Christ,
out of Monaco? What do you think of Chouamini?
You know, may I be honest with you, I've never really watched him play. I've been seeing the rumors on it, but I've never seen him play, so I can't give you a straight up answer on it, to be honest. But Matt, we need a winger, Matt. Still, so I'll still go and give Chiesa a try.
I'll give him a try. Still, he's good, man.
What about Sané?
Try for 100. It would be offering 100 million. I wouldn't want to try for 100.
He said, you smell something bad.
I still feel like Sané could do better than Werner. I'm sorry. I'm sticking by that.
I mean, deep, man.
Oh man,
bro, the whole thing, bro. Chelsea lacking a deadly outright or out left winger. That's all we need right now. People are saying, "Oh, this is the point I wanted to add back to Xavi when you say about Tuchel and the players he needs to get this and that, this player, that player, bro." If you look at Chelsea's,
I'm not saying he needs. I'm saying he assesses squad though.
No, brother. Chelsea squad.
Big up yourself. My bad, Sasuke. Good. Glad to hear you're Chelsea. Big up yourself, my guy.
Yeah, Chelsea have a good squad, brother. And if you're gonna tell me that Tuchel needs this and that to add to his team for us to play a back four, then I don't believe that, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying. We don't need no big signing to add to this team, brother.
But Vitmus, our attackers need to score more goals, bro. We can't just rely on Lukaku, bro.
You know the thing, we are playing in a system again that pushes us wide and less build-up play, brother.
So you suggesting we change the system, bro?
No, the best thing about this system is that we have Lukaku who can hold the ball up. But as Andrew said, we have not really learned to play with Lukaku. Brethren, if you look back at the Arsenal game, that's the only game we showed up. We tried using Lukaku's strength. The Arsenal game. I see Kovacic, my general, Jorginho, all of the midfield players, all the players who go wide, Lukaku is screaming for the ball. He has the defender holding him off. No one gives it to him. That's what Lukaku's there for, hold the play up. And you saw it
Feed the
against
beast.
Tottenham. The one time we did it against Tottenham, Kovacic could have scored, but I don't know what he did, and then take a shot. Laurie saved it at near post. We need to use up Lukaku's strength. He's playing the ball into in, and bro. If we had Hazard would love playing with Lukaku.
Well, look at the Conte 3-4-3, 16-17. Big physical striker,
Diego
Costa, the two sitting. I think the major difference is obviously the players behind.
Exactly.
The players behind, and I thought the wing backs in that, and Alonso's got no excuses. He's still part of this 3-4-3 to go forward. Victor Moses amazingly made a great right wing back, got forward. I think it's the players behind him. When you've got like Hazard, obviously stickler, and then you swap Pedro and Willian. No matter what people think of Willian, I thought he did good things that season.
Yeah,
I think that makes a difference. That makes a difference as well. It's just that's what I mean. I don't think we haven't got consistent attacking support because they're not consistent in either their form or their injuries. And they're not at the level yet. Then they're young. They're not at that level yet. We're talking about Hazard, Pedro, and Willian, who are very experienced wide inside forwards, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, that's what I think. That's the main issue. I think the goalkeeper, defense. I think the two midfielders either all you can pick, and the striker. That between the midfield and the striker is the main concern for me. One of the main concerns for me. And I don't know, Tuchel must be, that's probably Tuchel's main concern as well. One of them anyway. So.
And somebody said we can't play Lukaku with a back three. We must remember Inter was playing a back three in Italy, and that's where Lukaku scored how many goals. He was just outscored by Ronaldo by maybe 3 goals in the league or something like that. But, brother, we need to play to Lukaku's strength, and we need a winger. I don't care what no one says.
But this is you're backing up my point, Vitmus. I wasn't saying he needs this and this and that. I saying fine tune. Fine tuning for me is one player, like one or two is certain players. It's not like a multitude of players. Like fine tuning it. You feel me? It can never be. Right now, it's not the perfect system. It's not perfect right now. It's just like what you're saying, getting one player, like one or two players. You know what I mean? Like right now, getting a DM. I think we need a DM. Would you disagree?
Not really, but in the midfield is not our problem, bro. Midfield is not our problem. I don't think the midfield is our problem.
But our attack can be worked on though, because as mentioned, they're young. They can be worked on. I think we've got to work with the players we have. We have a lot of wingers for this season. And I don't think we go out and bowl 100 million with a player who is still young as well. If we're going to bring in any winger, I have to be an experienced winger. But I think Lukaku knows that they're not giving him the threat. Like look at last game, you can see him on the pitch getting angry because they're not giving him the ball. So I think if we just give it a little bit more time, see how the attackers play with them, and I think that our attackers are going to do fine with Lukaku. To be fair,
Lewis, do you like my new background?
Oh yeah, that's a great background. Oh, the others can't see, so I'll put you.
Bro, can I have it?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's a great background, man.
Is that Red Dead Redemption? Is that what it is?
No, that's
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh man, I missed that game. That's
somebody in the comments said Inter play a back four 90% of the time. You know which football them a watch or what, brother? No disrespect, but
they got Artem.
Antonio Conte was the manager, and Conte wasn't playing no back four, brother. So
yeah, exactly.
You need to check the stats and on that one. You see me?
Maybe he's saying like they had a mix of sometimes playing a back four. I don't know.
Nah,
but, like,
he started like
a back three. Big up Artem saying if he continues to ball out this year like he did at the end of last year, we should take a look at Rafinha. We need a saucy winger like that. He has started the season very well, to be fair, but I want to see
saying that
throughout the year.
He's got hamstring issues, by the way.
I don't think he balled out
last game. He got injured with a little tap and he got injured.
He was one of Leeds' best players.
Andrew,
I don't agree.
I'm not gonna say ball out, but
yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, he did good. I wouldn't say he was like outstanding or anything. Like people balled out. That's another term people use too much. Balled out as well.
So if Ziyech goes, because we're all saying he hadn't played good enough, if he goes, do you want to bring another? Do you want to bring another left foot into the team, And if you want to bring another left foot into the team in the attacking phase, who is that left foot you want to bring in?
I don't know, but we need a left. ZH.
I'm going to get pelts with even this guy's too young. But listen, I thought he's balling out, and I think Pedro Neto.
You just said it.
Is still
Baller.
You just said balling out.
Oh,
He's a baller.
Put money in the swear jar.
Hoisted. But no, sorry.
But I swear he did the
I
ACL
think
or
he
some
was
shit.
progressing. I think he was progressing really well, and he's also even starting on the right for Wolves as well. But
I think he's injured.
my
Is he
main
not
issue
injured?
is he is injured. That's why I want
Yeah.
to wait and see what he does coming back. I'm
That
talking
guy's a
maybe
baller,
next
fam.
summer.
Serious
But
player, man.
but
He's a good
I just
coach.
think that's the problem though as well. He's young as well, so it's like.
Oh, Pedro Neto from.
But you say
Yeah, that you.
say I rate Pedro Neto.
Yeah,
I want him. He said that.
Come on.
Rafinha had more goals and the same amount of assists than him. So
Yeah, but Neto needs a good coach, man. He'll be good.
and
man.
Rafinha's entering his prime. So
But
I
Neto
don't
was
get that logic.
Neto was not only doing it last season; he was doing it the season
When,
before.
when a player has a
But
major
Rafinha wasn't
injury,
here.
you stay away from him for 2 years.
I can only go. I don't care.
True,
what you say or
yeah.
not. I don't rate
Just
him.
as right. Just as right. Still.
I'm not
But it seemed
saying
last night
Pedro
as well,
Neto
though.
is not a baller. I would
My
take
problem
he's
with Pedro
cold,
Neto is
man.
he's too young as well.
but I feel like
You know what I mean? There's no
Rafinha,
middle
Yo,
wingers. at the
you're
moment.
saying Rafinha no and
Yo.
Pedro Neto doesn't make sense.
More on Sane or Ginobili. Them
That's
killer
the
winger
problem.
there.
Yeah,
Them
well,
Yo, that a bit much. I said to the panel, yo, I'll take a Warner or Werner trade for Sane, bro.
yeah. Well, I said that as well. I'll do that.
You know what?
But we're just swapping the
Werner,
same for
bro.
same. Nothing new's coming in from Sane. It's just literally the same. For
I'm not
same
saying
player.
I don't like Werner, but I feel like Sane would.
Nah.
do-
Absolutely
There he
not.
is.
You want to
Here we go. This is the Johnny
Absolutely
type
not.
kind
This
of
is the
Werner.
problem. This is the
Replace
problem
that
with
with
the Werner
Sane.
hive.
You having a
This man wanted apologies from everyone who said Werner wasn't playing well when he
Hold
scored
on.
one header
Hold on.
against
That
Aston
was a
Villa
League
B
Cup
side.
tax. That's why I said League Cup tax, because he scores. That's why.
Yeah, but
So-
you said you wanted your
League
apologies
Cup
on the stream the
tax.
other night from everyone because he scored a
Wait,
header
what?
against B Aston Villa B team. You know.
Did he score
Yo,
a
even
great goal?
Liam Bailey
That's
for
it.
real.
Because
Liam Bailey.
everyone's going
Yo,
logic,
that's
right?
another
Hold
player,
on,
bro.
hold on.
You know,
Hold on,
never
Oh, he's
mind
injured
about
as
that.
well.
Wait, everyone's logic was
That's
like,
not true.
we want Bernard to score apparently from the start when we signed for him. Then he scored then. So what was like, you know,
Did he score before that game, like the two
Yeah,
chances
but then
against Spurs
like
that were later on played
three
for him?
minutes later, Ziyech
Yeah,
put a
he
ball
missed.
on the
Yeah,
plate.
exactly.
And
That's what I'm saying. Don't if you guys when you see Werner, don't expect him to score. If he scores, it's just a bonus. Okay, that's all that happens now. Okay, don't expect him to score.
I
'Cause he
can't
won't.
lie, that's my expectations of Werner
Exactly.
now. I just
And
look
that's
at his
sad.
overall play.
That's
If
yeah,
his overall
exactly.
play is good, I'll allow
Yeah.
him. If his
Exactly,
overall
yeah.
play is shit as well
Yeah.
as his finishing,
See, look at that.
down him.
Look at that. That's
I wish
terrible.
Big up
that
Sasuke
opposite
saying
Sorry.
Morata and Dybala out. Yes, that's advantage Juventus with Morata out, but we move. But big
You
up
should be
yourself.
winning that game,
Did
man.
somebody say Ian Nacho is better than Werner?
What?
Ian,
He can't even get game time in Leicester.
I
Some better goal scorer.
He ain't got no game time, but he has more goals. than
Wayne,
Werner.
I've already
That's
sent you
crazy,
the
man.
link,
Yeah,
man.
that must have to the
But he's not getting the
but-
game time at Leicester right
Oh,
now.
No, I know.
Andrew
He
Murphy,
still
you got,
scored more than Werner last
Andrew
year.
Murphy, you got the words mixed up. It's not German Messi, it's Messi German. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem,
yeah.
okay?
Oh.
That is the truth.
Iheanacho scores goals. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Werner
Big
has
up
to
Is
Andrew
the
score.
Murphy,
World
by the
Cup
way.
guy, Ian?
Yeah,
Yes,
but we know Werner's not here to
Yes,
score goals
yes,
now.
yes.
We know now he's not here to score goals.
Well,
He's
what
here
is he
to
here
create
for?
goals on the
Right,
page.
What is he here
Vibes.
Creativity
He's here
to
for
get
vibes.
assists.
He's here for vibes.
I think he made that for
Just
himself.
define the
Andrew,
dressing
you
room.
got to give him another season in it at least. You got
I'll
to
give
give
him
him
till
another season.
listen. I'll give him to January. That's what I'm giving
Not
him
till
to.
January.
I think he's
till-
going to
till
Bayern in
next
the
August.
summer.
Why?
Like, January's too.
Why?
No
Why?
one will buy him in January.
Then
Why
I
do
get
we-
I think he
yeah,
goes
why
to
do-
Bayern in
why
the
do I have
summer
to give him
anyway.
another season?
Why does
But
it-
he
why
came,
did
he
he get
came
another
during, bro. He
But
came
he's
during
still showing a
COVID.
good season last
He
season.
came
He had
during
the most assists
COVID, bro. He came
since
during COVID, didn't it?
Fabregas.
I'm not saying that's a big
fair,
excuse,
Matt,
but
if
he did come
if
during
you think
COVID.
Werner had a good season last season, then
I
you
thought it
and
was an
you and I
average season. He
disagree
still
on
won
that.
the
No, I think
Champions
it was.
League. He
I
still
think it
got
was.
great
I
assists.
think it was
But
okay.
he
I
has
think it
to
was
improve
okay. I
this
think it was
season.
okay. Like he should
I
have
get
backed.
that,
He
but
should
we
have
are
backed.
arguing again. The way we're not really arguing, we're just
No,
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 okay.
It's called a debate, Wayne. It's called a
Yeah,
debate. We're not arguing.
the way that we
Sorry,
discuss
I
that,
Johnny got in, so
it's all right. He's debating, yeah.
Let's bring some
Okay.
minerals.
No, because we want to talk logic, not bullshit. That's why. Let's carry on.
What about Mineral?
Oscar, what are you saying? Oscar, what are you
No,
saying?
what I was saying was like the way that we judge certain players don't make sense to me. Like you have to come into this Chelsea team. If we're paying money for you, you got to come in
Yes.
and perform. Like I don't understand this. Let's give you
What?
all this leeway of time. But then when it comes like players like Ziyech, I've heard everybody here say Ziyech needs to go. He ain't good enough. So why are we giving Werner another year?
Precisely. Thank you very much.
That's what
But no, so Werner,
I said he
I feel
goes in the
Werner's came here to
summertime.
play with Lukaku though, and when he shows that, if he doesn't play with
You know why, Oscar? Because he's nice and he's honest.
But
And
no
you know what?
why
That's not fair
in
because
January.
when it comes to Lukaku, we've signed a world-class striker and we've brought him in. That means all of our attackers should be performing better with a better player. So why can't I say the same for Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic? All of these guys should be
But
playing
Werner's
better.
already shown some good attributes this season though. He's already shown their creativity this season as well. Ziyech, I mean, I'm still Ziyech in. I don't want Ziyech to leave it because he's shown something this season, and I do love.
He's
Ziyech.
shown nothing this
anyway,
season whatsoever.
But he's shown 4 goals in the
rate
preseason. He's at
improved,
least
innit?
shown a spell.
Pre-season, he's no better than
more than
if you go
Havertz.
pre-season, he's no better than Ross Barkley. Then
No,
that's what he is. He's Ross Barkley.
No.
Ziyech is a waste of space in this team, and that he
Whoa.
doesn't suit this. He doesn't suit this Chelsea. Let me finish. I'm with Oscar, right? We as a fan base need to raise our standards now, and this is the problem with player hives, stands, and all this bullshit. Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. Lukaku's 28. I don't want to waste his prime. Okay, so if you're not doing it, ship out. Okay, that was the old Chelsea when Roman first started under Mourinho. That's the siege mentality we used to have. Now we're all like, oh, we're going to give this player more time. If it doesn't work, go. Okay, we need to not waste Lukaku. Okay, that's why we haven't won the frigging league in 5 years. Because of mentality like this, it's all crap. And if I don't care if you're through the Cobham, I don't care if you're a record signing, I don't care what you did for us last season. It's all about now. It's all about taking on. I don't care. I don't care if it's Mason Mount. I don't care if Mendy wasn't playing well. Take him out and put someone else in. We need to have these standards. I don't know why we've let our standards drop as a fan base. We need to bring that up as well.
My standards are drop, brother.
You know, I'm just sick. I'm just sick of this. Like,
I don't even know if our standards have dropped. It is just player agendas.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, it's player agendas. It's all this rubbish. These horrible highs.
But that's like a side effect of it. That's what he's saying.
Stands crap.
I'll put mans up and say, like, we all have our parts to play in player agendas, but we also have to just be honest when our players play poorly.
Well, that's the problem as well. It's like,
that's the problem to me.
What's the first when someone says when you know they're a player stand and player high? What's the first thing they say when someone criticises their own player? Oh yeah, but he didn't play well. No, focus on your own. Focus on that player. It's the same thing. I don't want to waste Lukaku's time here. He is the prime.
But then who do you bring in? I agree exactly what you said. But you know, really game players, and then
Bernardo Silva
potentially.
Give City. I know Justice going to say he's going to Spain. Sorry. I know Justice said he's going to Spain. Tempt Bernardo Silva. That is the type of player we need in this team. A player like that. Maybe we should define our choices and not think of wingers. Just think of attacking players. I know but just something like that. We need that type of player because that's how we're going to get the best out of Lukaku.
Yeah, but Andrew, yeah, that's what I've been saying. We need to change the system to play like that either way. This formation set up with only 2 central midfielders, and then we have a striker on its own. Then we have a left winger and a right winger. That's not enough players around the striker to support him.
That's what I mean. I think Havertz could do it, but he's got to step up his game as well now. You scored fantastic. You scored the Champions League goal last season. Okay, you're now playing with Lukaku. Learn to play with Lukaku. If you're not doing it, you're benched. If someone's doing it better than you, if Pulisic came in and started doing better than Havertz, I don't care because it's helping my side win. I'm not all for this. Oh, Havertz has to start every game or something like that. Just play the best players who are playing at the time.
Basically, play them on merit, in it.
Yes, earn it.
Listen, we need to play 4-1-2-3-1 or 4-2-3-1, something that allows Havertz to play behind Lukaku as a supporting striker. Ziyech can play if it's a back 4. Ziyech can fit in because you have the help of the wing back, the right back overlapping to give him that space to do what he wants. But in a back 3, he doesn't cut it. Unless we play a 3-5-2 where he plays in front of.
Oh, I trust Tuchel, but do you know in the 06-07 season, you know what our central midfield options were? Lampard, Essien, Makelele, Ballack, Obi Mikel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think
to get into
I
three.
think
That's what I mean.
this
You
is
don't
why
think
our
they were pushing
league.
each other in training. That's what needs
I
to
feel
happen
like
in
this is why our league standards have dropped. Like we're not like competing for the league because like if you look at that midfield, I feel like we are going to compete for the league. I feel like we need what he's saying is develop. I don't think Chelsea's the club for develop. I mean, we develop in the youth, but not in the first team. This is why we don't have patience with like Tammy or something like that. We don't have time to be waiting on them to come good.
A little
Hey, I'm gonna bounce, bro. I got another one here in
Big
about
up,
20
big up,
minutes.
Distance, man.
Big up,
All right.
It's an imbalance.
We'll see y'all later.
It's an imbalance. It's an
Yo,
imbalance.
as
See
Andrew
you,
just
Jester, mate.
said, big up. As Andrew just said, brother. Look on him, look on a star. Look at that star midfield the man called a while ago. Brother, we need to play a system like that at this moment. We have too much top midfield players for be playing a man who plays better in a false nine, playing him wide. And all the brother, Tuchel, I'm not blaming Tuchel. I'm not having a go at him. We're talking football. But I think he needs to realize that as well and say, okay, we have like a good 5 or 6 top midfielders that could leave Chelsea and play in another system at any other big 6 or top team in the world. He needs to use that. This is not Lampard we're talking about coaching us now, who has no tactics and barely is just understanding football. This is not having a go at Lampard. No, Lampard, I'm not having a go at Lampard. I love Lampard, but he doesn't have that tactical sense to coach a club like Chelsea at the moment. Tuchel now, I don't see why we can't play a back 4 and play the same type of football we're playing with a back 3. I don't see why
It's all about levels, isn't it? It's all about are they. You know what I mean? It's like I keep saying, like even going back to 16, 17. Look at Kante and Matic started most of the games. Who was coming in after them? It's Fabregas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They had Fabregas breathing down their neck. We know Conte didn't fancy him at first, but he brought him in. It's all about that. I think we have a big squad. Yeah. And I think on
guys,
paper,
I'm about to get something to eat.
I think on paper it looks hella talented, right? But there's no consistency in some of these positions, man. There's just no consistencies. And you're right, we're too forgiving. We're too forgiving. We're like, oh yeah, give Werner another season. Sorry, but no matter what, I know he's not like the striker, but we were sold something else when we signed him. We were sold that this is our guy who's going to get us all the goals. Yeah, that's what we were sold. We were sold that bill of goods.
We wanted sugar and got rice.
Exactly right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah. That's what I mean. So it's like I think we just have to build our own standards up again. Everyone keeps going, we're an elite club, we're a big club. And we need to have big club and elite club mentalities in the fan base as well. And be less forgiving. Do you know what I mean? If someone's been here a season, okay, you can come into a new league, new system, blah, blah, blah. If they're showing still the same traits into the next season, you need to question them more and more. That's all I'm asking. It's like, it's the Werner thing. Oh, it needs to be given more time.
The thing is, with the Werner situation, Werner needs to play with another striker. So if we're not going to play like 4-4-2, Werner won't look good.
Yeah,
he won't look good.
No. I know, we kind of saw it yesterday and it still didn't come out for us, right?
No,
I do give credit to the fact that Ruben Diaz just had one of his best games in a Man City shirt.
No, but look,
JJ Bridge also says, guys, don't argue. Werner is a space-making merchant. Harsh way to look at it, but we moved. There was a little bit of truth to that. Rodrigo also says, appreciate the donation, my guy, saying, unpopular opinion, our attack looked more fluid last year without Lukaku. We just kept missing chances. This year, we aren't creating enough. Last season, we did create chances, but I do remember there was also conversations being asked about the quality of chances that we made, and that's just rearing its head yet again this season. So I do think that's a recurring problem from last season as well. I do hear what you're saying, but I do think like we're forgetting that the chances that we created last season, there were big questions about the quality of those as well.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on, Wayne.
Because obviously I've been not with you guys. Obviously, I've just came off of the women's and we just beat Man United 5-1.
6-1. We won
6-1. 6-1. So we won 6-1. So that's good. Women's are playing well. But in my opinion, we're just being judgmental. Look, yesterday was a blip. I was the one who said we wouldn't lose a game this season, so I should be hiding, but I'm not. It was a little blip. They got a lucky goal. Yes, they played probably better than us because we didn't play our own game in the first half, and he made a mistake. He came out and said that. But it's done. It's dusted. Let's move on for that. That's just one game. Got loads more of the season left. Werner needs to do more. Yes, he does. Lukaku probably need to do more on some bits. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still early days. I'm not worried. I'm not panicking. We don't need to change the squad around. We don't have to change the formation about. I think the formation works for what we've got. I don't think we had to play 5 in the middle. I think we all said we should because that's what we thought.
Yeah.
But if we looked at the game, how the game was played, we could have done with 4 in the middle. We didn't have to go with 5. But it's positive. Look at the positives, not the negatives in my mind. We could easily scored more than once at the end to make it 1-1 and get the game back to normal. So I'm not panicking. We don't need to panic as Chelsea fans. It's a blip. It's done. Move on from it.
I agree, Wayne, most of that. Just we didn't create any chances yesterday, so even after that, so we weren't close to equalising whatsoever. But I agree. Yeah, listen, it's a blip. That's fine. We've got to learn from it. We've got to make sure we learn from it. Okay, that's all good. We weren't. I think you were coming in. We were just. I think we were discussing like about people saying give these players more time, stuff like that, and we were just saying as you heard, like we need to build our own mentality back up to the highest. That's what we need to. That's what we need to do, and that's the problem with this now. With these hives and stands and all that, and people protect and think of their own player, and so like the club first, it should be that. If your favourite player's not doing anything, like I said, your first excuse shouldn't be, oh well, that player didn't play well either. It's be, well, what did my favourite player not do well, and then push on from there. I agree, it's a blip. Well, hopefully it's a blip. We need to see that it's not a blip. Do you know what I mean? That's what I need to say. It's not a blip.
Can I be honest about this, Andrew, as well? For the first 6 games that we've had.
Yeah. Oh, they were hard. Don't get me wrong. They were hard.
Yeah. I feel like we've had the tough runners fixtures, in my opinion, in all other teams. Though, if you want to be, if I'm being brutally honest, the last 4 games that we've had, we didn't play really great.
I agree.
It was the fact that it's just getting the right results in.
Yeah.
Because this season salaries could be really tight, and I feel like it's a good job that we've gotten away because United lost yesterday. But I think there's nothing wrong. Highlight something, but not everything has to be perfect.
No. But look at next week, Feta. Man City got Liverpool. That could be a draw. We beat Southampton. We then go above them both again. So that's what I mean. Does it mean anything when they beat us? Do you know what I mean? We have to make sure that when they beat us, it doesn't mean anything.
Literally.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Like yesterday,
we got to bounce back.
The loss to City is hard, right? But because Liverpool blew a lead time and time again yesterday, it didn't, and Man United lost. We're not that affected. City gained on everyone. That's fine. Not fine, but City gained on everyone. We just got to make sure that when we lose, we are not being affected by it a lot or at all. That's the problem.
Well, may I add something quickly again to what Wayne said earlier again. But yes, it's a blip, 100%. Obviously, we hope it's a blip. But 2 things I'm gonna say again. You see, in that game yesterday, as I said earlier, it don't matter which formation we had used yesterday, out of 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. I think the reason why Tuchel went 3 in the middle was because of how City would have played us yesterday, which they did. So I think if we had played 2 in the middle with just Jorginho and Kovacic or Jorginho and Conte, it would have been worse.
I think it showed when we switched Fitness. They had more chances.
Exactly.
They had more chances.
I mean, the back 3-4-3, yeah, we might have had a few half chances, but how many we would have conceded?
5 or 6, I think. 5 or 6, yeah.
So
we were lucky.
I think packing the midfield yesterday was our best chance of getting a draw, and that's trying to slow down how they were trying to play us by packing, because we had 3 midfielders.
Really?
Bro, we had 3 midfielders.
Like that, then.
We have 3 midfielders yesterday, and City still dominated the midfield.
Yeah.
We had Conte, Jorginho, and Mateo Kovacic in that midfield pivot, and we still got bombarded. So think about it. If we had 2 in there, only, what would have happened?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. No, I agree. It's like, remember, because we put, it's a different two, obviously, but Kovacic and Sal, but Villa, first off, are running through our midfield. It's just about, listen, it just didn't work yesterday. And what we know from Tuchel is that he does learn. You know, he's not like going to be stubborn and still pick the same. He will learn. I think, actually, yesterday, I thought he should have changed at half time instead of after they scored. I thought he should have changed something at half time, just tried it out, something like that. Because you can see he was getting animated on the side. I think that's the most animated I've seen him on the sideline.
Yeah,
he was showing him.
In the
He
first,
was pissed.
in the
He
first
was pissed
20
in that
minutes,
first half.
Tuchel was visibly pissed. Like
He was mad
at the back line and all that.
You know that's not how he wanted them to play that.
No.
Even,
he
you
was
know
not
that's not how he wanted to play that.
But that's what I'm saying. But for me, I'm not upset anyway because I think it was. How can I put it? I don't think it was a formation that affected us. I think it was how we played. I think it affected us. I think we was very negative. I think we was very conscious of what they was doing and not conscious of ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I think affected us in the game. I don't think the formation or anything that affects us. I think it's just how the mentality went into that game. It's like, we need to stop them at all costs. And we weren't thinking what we should do is play our way and show and still win like we did in the cup final when we played in Champions League final. You get what I'm saying? That's what my personal opinion is. Obviously, like, I agree with everything all you guys are saying. I'm not sitting there saying you're wrong. Everyone's got their right points.
Yeah.
One of the big points I've got is it isn't a player game; it's a team game. So we shouldn't just be supporting one player, even though some of us in the panel would have got Werner, but it shouldn't be. It should be the team. I think as a team whole, it is a great team. I think we've got players from all angles who can do the job. Hudson-Odoi could have done the job. Loftus-Cheek came on, done a job. Even Barkley, if we want to put him out there, could have done a job. I mean, they all could do a job because we've got such a strong side. And I'm not panicking or nothing like that with the squad. I'm quite calm. To be honest, I didn't even know Liverpool scored till I looked at it last night. I thought, oh, that's good. Sandy.
Like, do you know what? Yeah, I went out to drown my sorrows last night in Shoreditch. I bumped into M on the flipping dance floor. And
you're taking the piss.
No, I swear down.
Were you there for a while or something?
Bro, it was so mad. I see Oscar. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, I recognize this guy. But anyway, like Wayne's saying, I didn't even know the Liverpool score because I just tuned out from football. I was like, I can't be asked like with Liverpool fans giving it banter. So
long in it. I was going to work as well.
I was gassed when I found out they drew.
I'm just telling certain Liverpool fans, don't say anything until after your game. Yeah, because football is the worst sport for you to banter someone. Do you remember when United lost 6-1 to Spurs last season or season before?
Yes.
What happened a couple hours later? They lost 7-2 to Villa. Yeah? So don't just wait for your game. That's why I don't banter. That's why I wasn't bantering like United or anything like that, or Arsenal, Liverpool until after your games are done. Because football is the worst sport to do it in. It's always the sport that bites you. No other sport does that.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Lewis, I got to go quickly. My battery's about to die.
Peace, Oscar, mate.
Always, mate. Big up yourself.
Take care, pal.
Andrew is like Andrew reading from the same book as me, bro. That I've learned this over the years as a football supporter. Never banter another team until your game is over.
Yeah. I tell you, it happened. When young boys beat United.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. Yeah. I didn't say nothing, right? Because we were playing Zenit, I think, the same day. And I was like, wait, no, I'm not saying nothing until after the result. Yeah. And it kept going and got to like 70th minute. It was like, crap. I'm not going to say nothing, but thankfully I can then say something. It's just one of those things. Don't say anything unless it's like a final, unless they're not in the same competition or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Then you can banter them. But yeah, football can't.
Last point before we go still, like with the Werner situation yesterday, the reason why Werner looked like awful, like he wasn't awful, but the reason why he looked poorish was because again we didn't have any wingers on the field. You see, you get me? Werner would look better if we had a right midfielder or a left midfielder who was trying to pull apart the defense.
Yeah, just someone progressing with the ball. Just someone
Yeah.
progressing with the ball. You know, and that could be that Mount does that. We've seen him do it before. Love to
Yeah.
see could do that, or someone else, maybe like a Havertz could do it, or something like that. Just someone who can progress with the ball to meet them, because they were coming deeper and deeper, and you can't expect Werner. I'm sorry, you can't expect him to hold up the ball. Do you know what I mean? And Lukaku, as good as he's been this season, there were some touches yesterday of old that we've seen before. That he should have held up the ball better and passed it better. But
Do you think
it's just,
fans were
it's
right?
just a bad day at the office all around. It's just bad.
Do you think fans were right
Thank God
about
for
him?
Mendy. That's all I'm saying. Thank God for Mendy.
Do you think that fans were right about him, that he's always missing in the big games?
No, because I'll tell you why. I think Liverpool fans only got pocketed. I didn't think he got pocketed against
I played well,
Liverpool.
man.
He should have had 2 assists.
Against Liverpool,
we had the best chance in the second half.
Against Liverpool,
He won
I think,
all the headers.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
against
sorry.
Liverpool, the other two attackers were greedy, Havertz and Mount. I thought there was a chance that.
Well,
Mount
yeah, we
could
should have
played
been
in
2-0 up
Havertz,
before we should at least be 2-0 up before the penalty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where Tuchel complains sometimes. Like, we need to be decisive and just kill the game. Like,
Yeah.
no
exactly.
point trying to wait. Because if it was 2-0, maybe the red card wouldn't have happened, and it would have been nice, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
And this ain't old Chelsea, when you know, like under Mourinho or Ancelotti.
Oh,
or
my days.
Conte, you know, it's like we go like 1-0 up. It goes, you ain't scoring
Literally.
past us. I don't care.
You don't
And then
even
we'll
need to
score
watch
another
it.
one.
You know what I'm saying? You know when you're at work and you know it's
Yeah.
calm. We're 3-4-0
Yeah.
up. It's all right.
No, it's like I'm okay. Or it's late in the game. It's okay. I've got Lampard in the team. He's gonna pop up and score.
Yeah, Lampard's
Do you know what I
gonna
mean?
bang
Something
it.
like that. Yeah.
Gonna do a mad thing.
Exactly.
Drogba's gonna score today. Even Terry might pop up with a goal.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Old Chelsea was just mad.
Michael Ballack, Estienne.
Ballack.
Even Solomon Kalou.
Yeah, he was a bagsman. He was a bagsman.
Will pop up and
Yeah,
as much as he frustrated me, as much as he frustrated Chelsea fans, Solomon Kalou would still bag you about 15
Hey, do you
goals
know
a
who I
season.
miss? Do you know who I miss? Maluda. Oh my
Oh,
days.
yeah,
prime
yeah.
9-10 Florent Maluda was the one.
That was the best attack. Anelka, Maluda, Drogba, those three. Oh,
He had Lampard in behind as well.
Lampard, Ballack,
Ridiculous attack.
Oh my
Obi Mikel.
What a
Obi
team, bro.
Mikel.
Big up
That
Artem.
was-
One
That team
sec,
would
guys.
piss
Big up
all over
Artem
this.
saying, love Kai and Mason Mount, but the consistency has been terrible so far. I've lost all faith in Ziyech. Cho needs to go on loan. Pulisic is always hurt. Werner is Werner. We need wingers. Bro,
Bread is bread.
I don't think I've agreed with the super chat more than I've agreed with this.
Yeah.
one. Every single word of that has been correct, man. I genuinely
But
can't
who
say
do
anything
you
more
not
than I
think was the
agree with
worst
all of that.
yesterday? Who do you not think was the worst? Honestly, the worst performer.
Out of all of our players.
Yeah.
I can't
really
pinpoint
tell.
one, man. I thought
Who's the
the
worst?
worst.
Like?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I
It
really
wasn't
don't.
the back three. It wasn't Jorginho. It wasn't Mendy. Either
You know-
Alonso, Kovacic, or Werner.
I think
or Kante.
Kovacic was so. I've never seen
know
him
what?
so bad, but I
Let's-
rate him
let's
so
go.
much. But he was
Let's do
bad.
this easier. Let's do this easier. I can only pick up 2 players from yesterday. One of them is obviously Mendy. The other one is Thiago Silva for his goal line clearance. I can only pick up them 2.
We aren't picking up.
Yeah,
We aren't picking
let's
up
do
the
that.
player that won possession back an astonishing 12 times.
Now, to be fair, Christensen did alright. You know, like he didn't really get caught out.
Yeah, that masterclass got
I
completely
feel like
overshadowed
Grealish
by how
didn't
poor he
Grealish come
played.
off. Didn't Grealish come off?
Yeah, he had to come off.
Yeah, but right at the end, he didn't.
Yeah, but
He played. Grealish did his thing, but he didn't do.
No, second half, Grealish was
he was more
saucy. Second half, he was.
Yeah, he was doing it.
He was. I mean, Mendy made that fingertip save to push it around the post.
The way Grealish dribbles is mad because he doesn't even look at the opponent. Like he puts his head up, he's dribbling, and he already knows the guy's coming. Like he's dribbling.
Right.
He's mad.
That's the difference. See, what did you just say? He puts his head up.
He puts his head up. Like the way he dribbles, like is mad. Like if he was more quick, oh my days, but he's dribbling, it's mad.
I wouldn't ever say he's
Brother.
ever the highest out there.
Listen, man. I'm not. I don't want a man to over big up Grealish, brother. Grealish, a simple dribbler. Drop on the shoulder. And
Nah,
cut
not
to the
simple,
right.
bro. No, not simple, bro. He's a good dribbler, bro. He's a good dribbler, bro.
Brother, the man, brother, Pulisic have more potential than Grealish. It's just
he's
that
fit- if
Pulisic
he's
like
fit-
lose confidence.
If he's fit, man.
But I tell you, I've said it before. The player yesterday that we need is Bernardo
I know
Silva,
you're saying
man.
it's just a
Bernardo
simple drop of the shoulder, but it takes quality to like be
It
able
does,
to make
man.
a
Yeah.
player that simply, that consistently.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Vitmus, but the way Grealish plays, like yesterday,
Grealish
he
is
takes
the
the piss,
one,
man. The way he takes the
Brother,
piss, like,
listen up.
it's mad.
Grealish look better in the second half because we change system and give them more room. So he have more room to do what he wants to do. In the first half, he never really just one chance him get and
It went
just on a
that
break.
left side though, Fitness, their left hand side though. It wasn't just him. Him and Cancelo were destroying us down that left hand side.
Cancelo.
Oh, yeah, you
my
right.
days.
Yeah.
Cancelo,
That brother there
was like proper like he could be man of the match in that game yesterday.
He's like a
He can
number
play,
10.
and he can play right and left.
He's a number 10 playing left back.
He can play right or left though. That's the scary thing. He
Do you
can
know?
play right or left.
He's so comfortable. Yeah, he's so comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
He's so techie. Cancelo
He
is
is-
actually.
Bro,
Who put him in defense? Like,
don't get me wrong, you
the
know.
hell done that, man?
No, he was a right back at Juve as well. He's a right back.
Yeah.
Bro,
But he's
don't
so
get me wrong, you
he's
know.
so techie, bro. He's so techie. Like,
I
he just
can't believe Juventus swapped him for that other.
Oh,
Danilo.
Oh my god.
Danilo.
Danilo.
Good
Oh,
lord,
that's
man.
good,
Danilo.
One sec.
on a big man
Saggy,
note.
go
Yeah,
for
go on,
it.
Louis. Go on,
Okay, I
Louis.
was going to say, Saggy Sack says we've been awful since the Liverpool game. Even against Zenit, we got outplayed. Lukaku needs more simple surfaces that he's living off scraps. Again, the creativity going forward has been absolutely poor from our creators this season.
I think
You're saying we've been awful since the Liverpool game. It builds onto what Andrew was saying earlier, where we haven't really had a good first half since the Arsenal game. Crystal Palace and Arsenal, we've been good in the first half, but ever since then, we've looked shaky in all of our first half games.
maybe
But
Vitmus
also
is right.
take into
The
account
system,
the
bro.
opposition we've played.
Maybe
It's
the
just all
system.
about picking up the results, like I said, though. Just picking
But
up the
you see
we've had a
against
couple of
Southampton,
Guys,
games.
I'm gonna ship off, but thank
Big
you
up,
very
Andrew.
much. It's
Okay,
been a
man.
great debate. I've absolutely loved it, man. Great stream.
Yeah, no worries,
As always,
man. We'll
Lewis.
see you tomorrow.
Thanks for the invitation, bro. Really appreciate it. See you guys.
Anytime, man. You already know. Bless.
But Vitmus, I think Southampton might be a good test to play a 4 in it. I think just to see if it would work. We never know,
Yeah.
man.
Listen up,
Like,
you know
you
that's
never know.
what make a good manager, dog. Like not having a go at Tuchel because I think he's a very good manager. But bro, if Pep can do it, I don't see why we can't do it, brother. Pep changing formation over and over. Brother, Pep play back three as well, you know. The year when they won the Premier League, I think it was the first season or the second season. No, the second season.
Yeah.
They played a few games where they were back three as well.
And we can do it as well now because Thingy's injured. Reece James injured. So Aspi can go right back. Chilwell can go left back. And then the two centre halves probably Rudiger or Christensen or Rudiger or Thiago Silva. We can try it. Just let's see if it will work, innit?
Yeah, brother.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? If it don't work, go back to the 3. But we need to
Simple.
try because the creativity, something needs to change. Maybe get another attacker on the pitch. I don't know, man. Because it's poor, man. It's poor. It's poor.
Wait. Just because we are using 3, it limits our attack, bro. You're asking more from defensive play in terms of the wing backs, bro. Imagine us playing a back 4 and still having our right back and our left backs overlapping our midfielders and our wingers. That's how City
Crazy,
plays.
innit?
That's how City plays.
It's true. And our attackers
Well,
need to get
and-
used to Lukaku, man. Why do they not? It's like they don't know how to play with him. Like it's like they have like I don't know, man. When they play with him, they're just bare greedy. Like just trust Lukaku, man. Play it into him. Like you were saying earlier, Vitmus, they need to play it into him because he will hold up the ball, bro. He showed yesterday, I think on 2 occasions where he turned Diaz and what's his name? What's the other youth's name? Laporte, and he got a foul. Like he can hold up the ball, man. We need to play into him earlier, man. But
Too static, mate.
We're not.
Oh, Jem.
Yes,
Please
Jem.
say
What are you
so.
saying,
No,
man?
this
Wait,
is
big up
thing-
Nizzy just before you go off saying Livramento is playing well again. We need him back soon. All eyes to next week, man. Well, he absolutely takes the piss at the bridge. And maybe then we'll take him a bit
Hey,
more
Jem,
seriously.
what's your
Great
opinion
to see
about the
Jem.
game?
Yo, man,
Vitmus, take care, man. I know you need to go. Bless,
Hey,
man.
Vitmus, take care, man.
You're always welcome on. You already know that, bro. But take care.
Hey, Jem, what's your opinion, bro?
Nizzy, you're in the lottery, my G, as well. Forgot to
Oh,
say.
I was at the game anyway, so
Jem, I feel sorry for you, bro.
yeah. Well,
Imagine going to a game like that. Fucking hell, mate.
yeah, it is what it is. 2 seconds, say I've just got someone at the door. I'll come back. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, no worries. You sort whatever you need to sort out.
Wayne. What you saying, bro?
While we wait
What
for
is
Jem,
your
it's the perfect
thing,
time
man?
to say. Oh, yeah, you might as well just go.
Sorry,
off.
bro. Wayne, what was your opinion, bro?
Or what? Yesterday's game?
Yeah, I only heard your opinion, bro.
I just think we played too scared. I think the first half we was too scared. I think we was too scared of conceding, and we just was a shell of ourselves. And second half, I think we started off similar vein, and then they scored lucky goal, in my opinion. And then
It was coming though.
Yeah, but no clear opportunities. And when he did, Mendy looked solid, and the back line looked solid, so I weren't scared. I think the injury affected us. I think with Reece James, I think that affected us. Even though James still came on, he's brilliant. I think it affected us as we had to reshuffle. In that sort of game, it's not a good thing to happen. And I think in the second half, when they did score and we started opening up a bit, we looked better attacking wise, but we was leaving space in the midfield. But it's a fact of if we started off more positively, it don't matter about the formation, but if we started off mentality more positively, then there wouldn't be an issue. I think yesterday's game. That's my opinion.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm back. What's happening?
Oh yeah, Jerm, what's your thing, bro? What's your thoughts? Because you watched it live, innit? So
yeah,
you had like a proper view in it. You know what I'm saying? When you watch it live, it's different.
Yeah, it's a different. Do you know what? Watching it live and actually watching it on camera, two different things. You know,
it is.
Anyway, you see a lot more when you're there.
When I went Stamford Bridge and watched that, like when you watch it, it's just mad. Live.
You see more than probably what you don't see on camera. And Romelu Lukaku yesterday, very static. He needed. For me, he was too static, especially in the first half. If you watch I actually thought Timo Werner didn't have a bad game yesterday. I know
he's alright still. Trust.
I actually thought he did.
I thought he could have offered a lot more, but
no, I don't think he could have. I think the people around him were poor. To be honest,
because I was watching it on the Don Robbie studio, so I didn't have the same viewpoint as you guys. But I was looking at areas of the pitch where he was on the ball. He could have sprinted down and took the ball about a good 30, 20 yards further forward. And he was just slowing down the whole time. And I get you've got defenders coming close to you, but they weren't at the start. Like he was killing counterattacks because he was taking too long to drive.
It was also giving us our only counterattacks for me as well.
But that's the way we played. Like that was how we were set up. It was meant to be Werner being the only way forward.
Yeah, no, but my issue with it is we done it in the second half as well. We look for him, we find him. He done a couple of good runs where he tried to take him on down the wing on his own. He had 2 or 3 men around him, not one player around him to support him. You know what I mean? Like
there was some instances where he got surrounded, and fair enough for that.
And he did quite well in position. You know, he was getting the balls in the box.
There was some where it was him 1v1 with a player. They're on the side of him, and there's a good 30, 40 yards of space for him to run into, and he's not making those runs. And if he is, he's not even running at his full speed.
What I'm saying is that this game is not anything to criticise Timo Werner for me. I think there was a lot more, bigger performance. Certain individuals.
It's not to scapegoat Werner. I'm not going to say he's the reason why we lost, but I'm not going to say he had a good game either.
I thought he was the best of a bad bunch. From what I saw, I thought what let us down massively yesterday was our midfield. All 3 of them. They were shocking.
Yeah, midfield as well.
Kovacic and Jorginho, they couldn't pass the ball. And when they picked the ball up, they were always looking to go backwards instead of going forwards. You've got Lukaku and Werner who are playing in a 3-5-2 formation that are making runs, but you decide to go backwards and then allow the pressure for City to press up the pitch. And we've done that a number of times in the first half where we could have played the ball quicker to Lukaku and Werner, but we decided to go backwards or sideways, and then it ended up losing the ball because we couldn't build it up. There was no build up play from it. It wasn't progressive enough.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The midfield and the wing backs were also a big reason as to why we didn't play, and the setup as well. So everyone in the comment section, don't feel like I'm scared. I'm saying we lost because of Timo Werner or anything like that. It's just I don't think he had a good game either. I thought
he had a better game than Lukaku. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he offered
no service. So like you could say
Lukaku's issue yesterday was that he was just too static. I wanted him to make the same runs as Timo Werner was doing, but he wanted to go to the ball all the time.
You know what? I do agree with you on that.
And there's a number of times in the first half where the ball comes into him and it bounces off his. I know he's got a habit of doing that sometimes, but he needs to do better. We know he can hold the ball up.
His
in the
first
second,
touch will always let him down.
yeah,
It's
but
not-
you know what? The second half, he done better with that. There was a number of times where he turned round and he spun the defender, and you know we looked better. We looked better basically when we played how we did when we beat him 3 times before. 3-4-3. That's what I'm going to say. The 3-5-2 formation is cool. I don't mind the 3-5-2 setup, but I just think if we're going to play that kind of formation, play it when we're actually winning, and then have the Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho's to play the game out. But when you're chasing the game, and you know, and your midfield are not progressive enough with the ball, then you're leaving Werner and Lukaku with nothing to do. They can't influence the game to the level you want them to do. You know, and and when Havertz came on the pitch, that's when you noticed that we were running into pockets more because we're having to progress, go direct. Havertz was making runs, Werner was making runs, Lukaku, and we looked better. We did look better, but to be honest, Man City deserved it on the day. I'll be honest. They were the better team. They came with a game plan. It was better than ours. Kante and Jorginho and Kovacic let us down. Mendy was awesome again. I'm telling you now, he was just making saves.
Yeah, Mendy was the man of the match by a mile.
And even Thiago Silva when he came on, man, some of the tackles and the clearing off the lines and whatever else, you know, it's just so important.
Mendy, the whole back three, including Silva. That's about it, really. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and that's it. Everyone else weren't really up to scratch.
I know, but what I don't like hearing is this. I was seeing, Mason Mount didn't play. This is why we lost. That wasn't why.
No, that's nonsense.
That wasn't why we lost. Trust me, we lost because we didn't play. We didn't play to the level that we needed to, like we did against Tottenham. That was it. And certain individuals didn't turn up. They just didn't in the first half.
If we had Mount from how he was playing last season, then I'd probably say cool, they have a point. But the Mount that's been playing this season hasn't been up to it, so they can't really say that. In hindsight, maybe he could have had an impact, but I feel like Mason Mount needs a rest. Let him come fresh. Let him come like how he was last season, and he can start balling out again, man. He needs
It's not the end of the world, guys. You know, we lost this game. You know, we was going to lose the game. If anything, you look at our first 6 games and where we are in terms of points with the rest of them, it's actually fucking good. Like when you think about it, do you know what I mean? I think
it's the way we, even though it was 1-0, it felt like 3-4-0. I don't know about you lot, but it just felt like we got battered, but we didn't. If that make any sense, because of how the way they put pressure.
Do you know what? I was watching Man City, and I said it on the Chelsea fan TV after. I was actually scared of them. I don't look at them as a threat still, even though they played well. They wasn't. From watching them, I wasn't ever really like, oh wow, they're gonna, they can go and win the league. Like that's that. I didn't get that feel from them. They've got some good players on the ball that can hurt you, but we defended very well in the second half. We shut them off. What were they doing with the ball would be my question, because they wasn't creating enough in the first half. Yeah, they had the ball and they were playing it, this, that, and the other, but they wasn't hurting us. We were kind of dealing with it, if that makes sense. It's just that we wasn't good on the offensive side. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Do you think we should try this maybe 4 at the back, maybe, just to see how it would work? Because we need creativity, man. We need something in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need something different. We lack a player that can create. That's the problem. We actually do. Someone that can just get the ball and just do something with it. Do you know what I mean? Just that one Fabregas pass. We haven't got that. Do you know what I mean? Or someone.
Yeah, because a 4-2-3-1 it's not a bad shout, isn't it? You can get Havertz in behind Lukaku and maybe see if it'll work. I'll just Tuchel needs to experiment.
I think we go 4 at the back though. Oh, bro, it's coming on. Back to Southampton game.
We could try it against Southampton, bro, because we need to try something, because nothing seems to. We haven't played good since the Arsenal.
No, because the problem isn't the system when we play when we play a 3-4-3. The problem is the creators. They aren't turning up.
Yeah, I agree.
So I can't blame Tuchel for it, and the system isn't the problem because we won the Champions League with it. The problem is these creators. They aren't creating, and the chances they're making, they aren't really that great. That's what the problem is for us.
Massively.
So we need a better creator in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Without someone needs to switch up, because we know Havertz can do it. It's just Havertz always starts his season slowly, and I don't know how we get him to phase himself out of that because he keeps doing it. Ziyech, I just don't know. I don't know about this guy. Just don't suit the system.
I think we need a Pulisic to just change something in it, something different.
Yes, but you know what the problem is with Pulisic? He always needs a few games to get back up to speed and trust himself again, and then he gets another injury and he's out for another month. And we just go back round in circles with him. I'm at the point where it's like, fuck it, you just play Cho on the wing once. Just play left wing once. If it don't work, we've tried it, but we haven't fucking tried it.
I don't know why Tuchel don't You know when managers don't do that, they just don't trust you, man.
The last time we
Simple,
played him
innit?
on left wing or left forward was Everton.
Against Everton, he played good. Yeah, he played good still.
No, he played this season for about 20 minutes and then he got taken off.
Oh
as
yeah.
well.
Oh, whoa, at the end of the Villa game.
End of the Villa game, which was
Yeah.
very
But
unexpected.
even then, he'd
Again.
already played like 60 minutes of right
He-
wing
look-
back. Let him start fresh at left wing and let me see what he's doing.
Yeah, give him a go. Give him a go. I mean, there's no one really, like I keep saying this, no one behind Lukaku is cementing their position. They're not saying that I'm playing. Even Mason Mount. You know,
So
even
why
Mason Mount.
can't we just let Cho have a run? I don't care if I sound like a Cho stan. Just fuck it. Nothing else is working.
Nah, it's true. It's true. Tuchel needs to. I don't know, man. He needs to sit down and think in it.
I want to see Werner. I want to see Werner, Havertz, and Lukaku for like longer than 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah, I
maybe
want to
just
see.
the
I
game,
think that's
just a
the
bit
run,
more.
you know.
Yeah,
think
just
that's
a
the
little
But
bit.
the same thing, like on Havertz's form, I'm not really too sure.
That's why he played Kante.
Well, you
innit?
throw Mount in there then, you know, one of the two. Do you know what I mean? Mount or Havertz, someone.
I'd go Werner, Cho, Lukaku. I want to see how that works.
I think he's waiting for Pulisic. Because he
Pulisic
looks
is
at the
direct, isn't he? You know, he'll get the ball.
Yeah,
and
he'll give us something different. I think he's waiting on to see if this guy can get fit, and then we need something different because he does offer us something different. So we'll
The only
see.
thing I would say is we lost that game, but we shouldn't be utterly. I mean, I was annoyed about losing, but we know we're 6 games in and we're sitting 3rd, 4th, wherever we are now at the moment, 13 points. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Liverpool lost. Liverpool dropped points. Do you know what I mean? Man United lost. And we've played a lot of hard teams, and you know we're in a good position, man. All right, we lost. I think we lost just because the players didn't turn up, and I actually think it was the wrong setup in terms of the system as well. I think we should have just stuck to the 3-4-3. We beat them like that 3 times in a row. Why did we just complicate the situation? We should have just stuck to it and then use the 3-5-2 later on. That's what I would have done personally. But it is what it is, man. And we move. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, true. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this and then we focus on Juventus. That's all.
Yeah, Juventus, I'm looking forward to. That's going to be an interesting one.
Just before we end the stream, I do want to, on a positive note, Nike have finally done us nicely, and I'm going to be burning a good amount of peas on the Champions League anniversary kits.
Are they bringing it out?
No, the kits haven't come out, but look at the tracksuits, bro.
Yeah, that's lovely.
These are
nice,
saucy.
That is
I'm
so
getting
good.
I don't care if it costs 150, 200. I'll still buy it. We don't get tracksuit like these often.
You know
And if
what?
they get a replica kit out as well, I'm probably going to be copping that too.
That 2 at the bottom, that's me, straight up. Yeah.
Top left, bottom right. That's what I'm getting.
Bottom right, bottom left, maybe even top left as well. Actually,
top left and bottom right as well. I'm gonna get that.
I wish I could. I can't.
What do you mean? They'll probably have one in your size.
Are they selling them
No,
now?
they don't do my
Yes.
size. They won't ever do my size.
Well, you can't call them or nothing.
No, I've done that. They won't do my size.
Oh, they're bastards.
When
Hey,
do you reckon they're
listeners.
gonna release it though? When do you reckon?
Yeah, when
No, January. They said January.
Oh man, that's long.
But those, like Nike, I have to say, like I don't give you credit all the time, but that is beautiful. That is such a nice tracksuit.
Yeah,
They're also bringing out the kit as well, aren't they?
I hope there's a kit. I don't. If I
Yeah,
have to
bringing
spend
out the kit. It's like I've seen it.
I'll
Black
spend
and
it. I
gold.
don't care. That's
Black and gold.
nice.
Yeah. I'm getting that
And
as well.
also, might be a potential giveaway on this channel as well. Like we said, we are going to be doing a lot more giveaways. The lottery for this one will be after the 12th of October. Whatever stream we do the day after or something is when we'll pick out the winner for this. And then we'll move on to the next giveaway, but we'll do shorter giveaways. It won't be a month like last time. We'll do like 2-week ones, something like that. But you know me, you give to the channel, I give back, because it's not all just about me and all of that. But
It's all about him, his Christensen agenda, man. It's fine.
just because you went there hoping he'd have a disaster class and he still bossed things.
Well, I mean, he did get pocketed by Grealish the old game, didn't he? So what can we talk about? Anyway.
I don't know if you were watching the match or if you were watching the stands, but it's what it is.
He nearly scored, mate. Blimey now. He talking about left him for dead.
Did you say nearly?
We literally put. I was in that corner. Literally put it in that corner when he was 1-on-1.
Yeah, you were enough.
No, you said nearly, but you didn't say he did score.
Yeah, well, we still skinned him. But anyway, we move.
I didn't see him get skinned.
Damn, you're up in the gods, man. How can you know that he was like?
Well, a man was up in West Stand Upper trying to tell me he had a good view of his performance.
See him, mate. I was right next to him, bro. See him running.
So Mason Mount says prediction for the North London derby 0-0. because both teams are horrendous.
They both lose. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, get 3 red cards and I don't know, the match abandoned or some bullshit. All right. Yeah, we're going to end this stream. Big up everyone that's been locked in from the start to finish. If there's anything worth talking about, we'll be back tomorrow. Shameless FC might be tonight at 10 p.m. If not, it will be tomorrow at 10 p.m. I can't really be asked for another stream, so I'm going to see if the others are around for tomorrow. But big up everyone that's locked in. Safe for everyone on the stream and
Hey,
everything.
take care, everyone, man. Have a good week, man.
Seeing you,
Take
mate.
care.
See you later,
Like
man.
and subscribe. Take care of yourself as well.
See you later,
Bless,
man. See you later, man.
peace, and up the Chels.